Let's get the stream up.
Alright, let's do similar. Let's make sure this is actually muted. Go ahead and mute. Alright then, welcome back to Friday for episode 33 of Alterra, the Shattered Altsphere. The grand feast and the creature that lurks in the dark. Our players, having successfully retrieved all of the ingredients for the ultimate honey smoked ribs, have now returned to town, offloaded their supplies, and have the morning effectively free in the settlement of Deepwell within the smoke yards in order to go about, meet with any NPCs they want to meet with, or going off, doing any last-minute tinkering or preparation for after the feast, or just mucking about, doing whatever they want, really. It's free time. Go wild. You get one scene. I don't care what you do with it. Then we'll have the feast in the afternoon. With that, I think that's pretty much everything. For note, Abigail and the Hydras can go with you, but Jones has requested that he stays in town for a little bit as he is a pacifist and does not want to actually get involved in the fighting of this big creature.
Jones is the werewolf, right?
And Honeyman, yeah.
Yeah. So he's not coming with us to the
Giant volcano fortress? Probably not.
Brian no. You will be there, though, with your ship upon your return, because you are also having to travel by mount. So you will also have to retrieve your ship later as well. And Drax is also requested to stay with the ship, so he can continue experimenting with the arc table.
Yeah,
We're just going to come back. We're just going to come back, and Drax has, like, Jones strapped to the table and is like, "Does it hurt when I tentacle you here, sir?"
No, we're going to come back, and Drax isn't going to be here, and neither is the boat. He'll have eaten it.
The many sailing adventures of Drax and Jones.
I mean, I would
Drax
say, yeah.
Barrow.
I would say to take the Hydras and Abby.
Yeah.
Especially with Abby's new abilities.
I think we're just going to take them anyway.
Yep, as I said, Abby and the Hydras can go with you, but Drax and Jones have requested to stay with the ship for this one.
Yeah.
Fair.
Just remember, those are more creatures that we have to keep track of, invisibify, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's also
I'd-
the standard creatures you've been keeping
I'm-
track
Yeah,
of.
so,
before.
like
Yeah,
all
but
the ones you've been...
It's more I'm worried about their well-being.
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming Zormir's not wanting Sodoff to be left on the boat.
No.
Shonoff has also requested, but Zormi has vetoed that request.
To be fair, considering Sawdoff is practically a Pokemon at this point, since it can go into the key at any point, I just don't ever see there being a problem with taking Sawdoff.
Are we taking...
I mean, since
I'm
he's,
assuming Emmy wants to come with as well, right?
Yes, Emmy is also very compactable and is able to hide in your backpack as well.
Was
And it's
making-
also effectively a Pokemon.
Yeah, was checking if Emmy wanted to stay on the ship for any reason because of the items over there.
I mean, in my mind, since Sodoff essentially evolved, he's not been back in the key.
As he's like too powerful to contain him. That makes sense. I'll leave that up to you because I'm fine
You
with
need to
it.
upgrade the key.
Yeah, I was thinking you need a better ball.
You have
Yeah,
to.
I mean,
we need a
you
back.
know,
We need a Premier Ball now.
Need a larger living flame.
So that is what the fuck you want to do.
We could probably do that when we get to Iron Core. I imagine there'll be something we can like make with the key to make it better.
I mean,
You need to find the schematics of how to create living flame metal.
Fuck you wants to go speak to the Pyromancer again.
I'll go
Talk
with you.
about it.
I'll go with you on that one if you're up with that. We don't want to traumatize them more.
We're effectively getting started, so let me just throw ahead and throw us into Deepwell. Assassin will not be with us today, but they will be role-playing them as a support NPC. And their scene for the morning will be to go see Barry, so nobody else needs to like dock that as their scene. So with that, I'm going to go through each of the characters, just ask what they want to get up to this morning, and if they want to invite or do anything with anybody else. You each effectively get your own personal scene and can do whatever you want with it, because there's limits to how much time we have. Wolfie, what do you want Alvina to be doing in the morning?
Oh, so hi, I'm Wolfie. Yeah, Alvina will be just doing the like go traumatize the pyromancer lady with sort of some fun with that being the scene, and she'll go and eat lots more food because it's tasty.
That's fair. I guess also say hi. We'll count this as your saying hi thing as well. So good shout there, Alvina. We're at the point where I don't feel like one of these introductions anymore. Zormir, say hi. What would you like to do in the morning?
Hi. You already know what I'm doing. I'm joining the little gremlin going to dive into people's heads.
Yep, fair. Fuck you, say hi, what would you like to do?
Hi, fuck you. Fuck you wants to go annoy the pyromancer, talk about the fire mountain.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair, that's fair. Gwent, say hi, what would you like to do?
Hey, do you and Gwent like to watch the chefs make their food?
Ooh, good call.
Oh, that's fair, that's fair. Lugrim, say hi, what would you like to do?
Hi. I'd just like a bit of a rest after the information overloads last night.
After your Matrix trip.
Yes. Just try and sort of recover from that before the nice hearty meal that we're getting.
Yeah, Lou is the one.
Indeed he is.
That's fair, that's fair. Fade, say hi, what would you like to do?
I don't know. I will sit and stare into the void.
I was about to say,
Hope
you're
that it
gonna
doesn't stare back at me.
Meditate.
Are you gonna sit and stare into a corner for like a few
Yeah.
hours?
I'll project my memories onto a bit of wall and watch them and try and break them down and analyze them.
That's fine. Remember, guys, sitting about and relaxing your character just doing nothing is a valid option. Don't be afraid to do that. I will endeavor to generate more scenes in the future, so don't worry about missing out. It's the point of me trying to make sure things are streamlined. The point AK, the point live. What would you like to do? And also say hi.
Hello, I'm Ali. I'm playing The Point, and The Point will be composing a new song for tonight based on Melody's melody.
Well, you say this afternoon.
Whenever
You're
the
good.
concert is.
I love the
You're going to be
concept.
fighting to your death.
I love the concept that two other people that you're composing the song. We're gonna play it this afternoon, and two of the people who are probably going to be helping you have no idea what the song is.
Yep.
Hell yeah!
Good luck.
We'll do it live.
Well,
I mean, if it's a basic riff, you can join in.
I imagine
Uh,
Joe's
Make
is
it
more
up as you
like
go along. Like, it's all good. Nobody's gonna know the difference.
We'll just call it jazz.
Call it jazz.
Alright, now I need to check if I have something here real quick for the next scene. Which I don't think I did download it, so let's see if I can find that. But for now, let's start with Barry's scene, because that will have the most information that will actually need to be consumed. Therefore, it's just better to give you that as quick as possible. So we, and I'm also Chris McKenzie, thank you all for watching. Have fun. So you eventually track down Barry in the morning. As we rolled for day 12 in the previous session, it is now a scorching, blistering day, even more so than the day before. The heat has only gotten more intense. And even though the caves are deeper underground and are shaded from the sun, it's a lot cooler down here than the air above. There's such heat permeating through the earth that even down here, it's getting a little uncomfortable, a little bit on the thicker humidity, thicker wall of heat around you. That for those who aren't used to it, particularly those who come from colder climates, it is uncomfortable to say the least. For those from warmer climates, absolutely divine. Might be a little bit on the edge, but oh god, this is the most warmth you've felt in ever.
That'd be Lou.
Oh, no fucking idea, bro. Probably. What's Fantasia's climate like?
Depends if you're in the north or depending on which area of the realm you're from. Did we ever establish what archfey they were under? Were they under the Summer Queen?
I think we went with the Summer Queen because there was a red dragon in the area where she lived, so I think it was just
Then,
probably
yeah,
Summer Queen.
Fantasia is split out into climate based effectively on time zone. They don't have an active day-night cycle, nor do they have active seasons. Instead, their seasons are region locked to the Pacific domains. So you would be from the Summer Queen's realm in probably the Emerald Forest, which is a permanent high noon sunlight and peak of summer.
Hell yeah. So I like this temperature,
No.
basically.
Yes, most likely. But as Zormir and Assassin go looking for Barry. You eventually find him on one of the wooden fish statues that is out on the lakeside here, underneath the roots of trees coming down into the water. And you can see him just kind of lying on top of the fish, almost sunbathing, but without any sun above him, maybe just resting, listening to the tranquil ocean. He seems to be much calmer since you last met him, most likely as a result of the help that Zormir was able to give him. How would you like to approach Barry, particularly Zormir?
Good morning. How are we feeling today?
He is a little bit of a distance away. Are you walking up to him, or are you shouting across the slight river gap? It's about, probably, what, 15 feet?
Probably shouting across, just so that they know that I'm there.
They do not seem to react to you.
Okay. Well, I guess we're going across there.
Assassin makes a snarky remark.
and
swims across.
And it's like, obviously, water. Yeah. And we'll obviously beat the freaking heavily armor-clad cowman.
They vanish, and in within a second, they pop their head up from under the water and right next to the statue, and reluctantly you can see them grumbling even at a distance to climb their way out, dripping water all over the wood.
Purposely making everything else wet.
Purposely making everything wet. But if your plan is to trek out there, eventually you do so.
Yeah.
Either getting super wet if you're swimming, or not super wet if you happen to have water walk on you.
I'm getting wet. I don't have water walk prepared.
That's fair.
You're
How
getting
airtight
rusty.
is your armor? Does it say like it's completely watertight, or is the water just slowly filling it up?
It's basically skin tight. It's like it fits to my form, I believe.
Yeah,
It's figure hugging.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like Iron Man suit, essentially. So,
Yeah. Iron Man suit's watertight.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's also airtight, given the number of times he's been in space.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. We'll see how that plays in if you ever end up suffocating in a voidless, airless room. See how good your mechanics are there.
I'll make some. I'll make myself a air tank at some point.
Yeah, just build an air tank into your suit. Why not? You need to get
But
flotation devices as well.
Hammer your way out of the lakeside here onto the statue that seems to be incredibly well crafted. You are a little bit hesitant, given that you're not sure how well this was crafted. But as you climb up, you can see it can fully support your weight. This is a very, almost seamlessly crafted, almost sculpted piece of wood. As you climb up, eventually get sight on Barry. You can see that he doesn't look dead, so that's good. He seems to just be staring up into nowhere, and as you kind of wave your hand and Assassin kind of pokes him, he does respond to you. He does respond to the physical stimulant and kind of glance up, kind of a little bit taken aback, a little bit in shock that, suddenly there are people there. He seems to have been absent-minded and didn't actually notice your presence, rather than he was ignoring you or anything. I have no idea what Barry sounded like, so we're going with just normal NPC voice. Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Would he refer to you as Dr. Zormir? How did you have him address you?
I probably would have been a bit more professional when talking with him, so Dr. Zormir's fine.
Dr. Zormir. Hi. How can I help you?
Oh, I'm here to help you and maybe get rid of more of that trauma you suffered there. My colleague here, pointing at the little
Assassin, wide, revealing a row of teeth. Hi.
Rows of teeth.
A rows of teeth.
Pleased
Is-
to meet you.
Is going to help assist remove some of those pesky memories that are haunting you.
And probably give you others.
Yes, yes. Remove, not steal. Remove. This is you want this. What a sucker. Free memories.
You're actually gonna pay Assassin for the honor of having your memories taken.
What a
Mhm.
sucker.
I mean, it really depends on the memories. If they're really bad memories, then
Yeah, they can
That's
be
fair.
then they can be weaponized. We've proved this already.
Yeah, they are the assistant pet of
Yeah.
of aboleths. I think they're fine.
Mhm.
But yes, in due course, we're just gonna thingy the scene
Look
that
at it. Got it.
we're gonna montage the scene, the inception scene of you diving into their memory, given that Assassin isn't here and would be doing most of the work.
Well,
Also,
I
just going to assume they succeed.
I had an idea for that. Was basically we'll go on. He uses the intellect fortress and tells him to go into a happier memory, and then we'll use that light of that happier memory to. An assassin connects that to the trauma memory and goes in through that and steals it.
Yeah, that's very okay. Then through that sequence of events, it does occur. You see a nice little montage of Assassin poking at various memories. Even in the memories, occasionally just picking something up, taking it,
Putting other
Proceeding-
things down.
This is
just taking.
Yeah, this is equivalent to putting someone's brain in a box and then cutting off all their limbs. It's right
That's locked-in syndrome, isn't it?
They take their fingers and pull it out as if doing like an artificial camera, but kind of pull it out to a massive newspaper size. And in the dream, you can see that there's this slight holographic film sized newspaper that seems to be just recording everything as if they've just stuck out a giant thin iPad and are just like recording everything they see. As like a tourist, they navigate through the lanes of memory, diving deeper and deeper into the recesses of Barry's mind.
Barry's buried memories.
Barry's buried memories. Get yours now for $9.99 Spectre coins.
That's pretty decent bargain.
Pushing back
maps
his
to
mind.
buried memories instead to the stars.
You too can feel the fear of what it's like to exist as annoyed. But the memories get deeper and deeper, and eventually you find the ones you're looking for. Barry is in this dark area. He appears to be in some sort of almost fully encased cart. Kind of like a wagon, but more cart-sized. Or more car-sized, almost like a wooden wagon car. As they are being almost Fred Flintstone, moving their way down the corridor with kind of using their hands to rotate these wooden wheels as they plonk on through the corridor into darker and darker recesses of this kind of descending passage into massive caverns. And eventually they get to an area where they can start to see what appears to be almost metallic web. There's a slight sheen to it, a slight silveriness to it, a slight copperness to it. As they begin going deeper and deeper, you can see the clusters of web getting larger and larger, kind of just blocking off segments of the cavern and the passages as they're having to descend their way through. Eventually they get to an area where the webs cover the entirety of the corridor, like a membrane door that they have to punch their way through to go deeper into it. You can feel the tension in the air. Barry is shaking. You can feel his fear in the memory. A couple of voices are echoing in front of him. He's not really paying attention to them. They appear to be joking, trying to alleviate the tension in the scene, but you can see nobody's laughing at the jokes. Not sincerely, they're mocking or they're substituting their laughs with just distractions as they go deeper and deeper. Clearly nobody wants to be there, but they have to be. There's a sense of obligation, of honor within Barry as he continues with the cart downwards. Until eventually you can start to hear clicking noises. Something scrambling in the distance, something moving, rocks cascading down, little pebbles trickling down the walls and throwing echoes throughout the cavern. And then a moment of silence, and then there's that rumble again, like the earth is hungry, it's watching them, something's watching them. And then, without any warning, without any realization of what's quite happening, suddenly Barry is thrust to the inside of the car as it goes tumbling onto its side. It's been hit, impacted, he's rolling over, his head is getting knocked around, and his senses are spiraling out of his own control. He's not quite sure what's going on, everything's distorted. He's seeing some of his allies groaning in duplicates as you can feel something wet and sticky on the side of your head. And then there's that awful tearing sound of wood being broken and snapped away, the metal chassis containing the wood being torn as it squeaks out. And then there it is, for a second, only a second, there's an image. It's blurry and it's difficult to make out and it's duplicating, but it's there. A little trace of the creature is there. Even if Barry hasn't fully recognized, hasn't fully consumed it, it's there in his subconscious. And then the creature's gone, replaced only with darkness. And suddenly the cart has been thrown against the wall, and a long, sharp, pincer pierces into the opening in the car, and the void is consumed with the screaming of one of the rangers as he's dragged out of the car. Blood splashes against Barry's face. And now everyone's scrambling to get out. It's completely dark. Memory blacks out at this point. As it reconsumes a couple seconds later, Barry just running down a corridor. And again, it blacks out. You can just feel nothing but exhaustion. It seems that Barry's mind itself can't even process the sheer terror that they are experiencing. To the point where some of his senses literally just turned off and went onto autopilot as he ran for his life. As Assassin rewinds the memory back and is able to kind of focus on this one still image of the creature. They begin, at this point, making skill checks to try and decipher the information and make it more visible and consumable, which they are going to automatically succeed on for this instance because, you know...
NPC.
I can't be bothered getting their stat block up. And they enhance the image. Enhance it more, begin to bring in the triple image into one, overlapping it and increasing the quality somehow with some unknown technique to the psionic network. And there you see what appears to be a massive shelled crab spider-like creature. But the shell is cracked, broken. You can see lines crisscrossing throughout it. As at this point, I need a couple people to give me nature checks or history checks, your choice, per the description. So, this is one where Assassin is going to have to roll because this one isn't a guarantee. But for assuming you bring this information back to the other party, which I am assuming you will eventually do.
Who's got a good nature history?
I've got a really shitty one.
+3 on both.
I've got a -2 on both, but I'll happily roll for it anyway.
For anyone not from this world, you are at disadvantage.
-2 with disadvantage.
For anyone,
What's your nature and history like?
I'm not from this continent, and I probably would have disadvantage as well, I would guess. I think
You do
anyone
not.
who's not from this continent.
Well, it might not be
No,
a
from the
continent
world.
creature.
it's anyone not from this world, as in the shattered Altsphere.
Cool.
These creatures are vastly more rare in the main sphere. and
I will
also
roll
slightly different.
Mystery.
Ooh.
For anyone who is from this world, so Gwent, Fade, and would be assassin, you can make a nature history at a flat roll. Unless you have something that is giving you advantage. This is not a aberration, this is a monstrosity. And
35.
from anyone who is able to see this creature, which is pretty much assas in, this would be a advantaged roll.
A natural 18 for Gwent.
Well,
5.
I'll try it just to see how little I know.
Yeah, that's what I
Un-
did. Yeah.
14.
Unnatural 18. I've got a dirt 35.
Apparently
Baby Jesus.
Characters on D&D Beyond. Yep, that makes sense.
Oh, also if you're proficient with it and you're doing it around me, you get a +2 boost. If you're
Okay.
doing it within 10 feet of me,
5.
and you're proficient in it, you get +2.
Stood right
Have
next
you
to you.
actually-
5.
Have you had the time to update your character yet?
I'm reading through it and modifying as I go. I've
Okay.
modified some stuff, but it's just that I'm trying to get it so that I remember everything by reminding myself and by doing and reminding everyone else.
That's fair. For those interested, we revamped a little bit. I still need to work on the higher level stuff and some subclass stuff to make it more. It's initially supposed to be a support class, but I've made it more with passive support because James is so bad at doing active support. So they now have an aura that helps proficiency stuff rather than having to like actively help other people with their proficiency stuff.
That's neat.
For those interested, I will link the actual class
No,
after probably
it's
later
linked
this
already.
weekend.
It's linked already. You just
Oh,
follow
yeah.
the same link.
Yeah, I
It
haven't,
is the
it's
same
on-
document.
I haven't had a
That's fair.
chance to look through it yet. But I've been meaning
More
to.
importantly,
It's good.
I will at some point once I finish that actually outlist it for you guys. You don't have to read it, and I'll just give you the cliff notes. So that way you
Some
can
good
hold
stuff in there.
James accountable for all the shit they could have been helping you with.
Yeah.
I'm always going to forget something.
Well,
So
that's
everyone
heading guard.
It'll immediately benefit you.
Yeah.
But anyway, who got what? I'm pretty sure Fade succeeds with a 35.
I think near
Did
enough.
I
Everyone else
succeed with a 5?
You did not. No.
Darn!
failed.
So close.
30-20 for Gwent.
Yeah, I would have got a 10 then.
Dirty 20. Jesus, Gwen.
This is quite a rare creature still, even in this world. So I'm going to set the DC at 20.
And set the DC at 36. Oh, damn. You needed a nat 20.
So you guys are able to, if I go grab the picture of what this looks like, it looks slightly different than its base picture. It actually wants
Did I get it
to.
right? Is it Ankeg?
It is not. Why is this?
That's not a crab. That's more like a centipede.
No,
Is it a common
Ankegs are-
hermit crab?
Ankegs are more like they're like acid spitting crab-ish creatures, right?
No,
Answers on a postcard.
it doesn't look anything like a crab. Well, but other than it's got a shell.
Oh no.
Mm.
Saw the image.
Is it in the Discord chat?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Is
a
that like a-
badass looking thing.
Is that,
Is that-
one of the new Spelljammers?
Yeah, I think it is. Quick question, Chris. That ship it has in its
Is that accurate size?
claws?
Yeah.
Is that the size? Is that an accurate size of our ship?
Yes.
Nice.
Well, it's not. Your ship's slightly bigger because you can see
Okay.
the person on top of the ship.
But also, is that Curio 3?
No, Skiro 2.
This is a glimpse.
Yeah, that was Curio too.
This is what we lost Skiro 2 to.
But unfortunately, none of the original parties got high enough to justify it. But had any of you succeeded, that would have been a cool explanation for why you knew. Especially because they're much more rare in the main sphere that, like, it would be such a misfortune you lost it to such a rare creature.
That's just cool. To be honest, it's like, damn.
But Gwen and Fade, you both succeeded, so you recognize the description of this creature, and it takes you a second to realize that it is this creature, because these creatures aren't terrain or terra-dwelling creatures. They don't dwell underground, they dwell within the astral sea. But this is a slightly different in this world than the base one, because it's shell would be a little bit more shattered, a little more broken, like something's kind of like cracked it in multiple places. It's still intact, but you can see cracks running along all along the entirety of the carcass or carapace. This is a shattered asteroid spider.
Asteroid spider.
It is a gargantuan monstrosity that is known to plague the astral sea and devour and entrap ships that travel between the various realms. It is a tier 3 creature with a challenge rating of 15 plus in this world.
Oh,
So the lowest it can be is 15.
fun.
We can take it.
You said it
That is the
had.
adult.
You said it had cracks all over it, right?
Yes, so the shell there from the picture you can see isn't a full intact kind of asteroid. It is a asteroid that's being constantly hammered, and you can see lines running all the way down the shell as if it's been constantly cracked by something.
Is it like it's been attacked by something looking, or is it like, does it just look like that?
From what Gwent and Vade can tell you, that's just how they look
Okay.
in this world. To the point where they are called just there's a lot of like legends and theories that Fade is aware of, because apparently Fade grew up listening to a lot of fairy tale books, as these scenes keep popping up where Fade learns like this really obscure like fable. So it's now canon that Fade just really liked fairy stories.
Yeah, I like that, to be honest. I've had a character like that before. It's good.
But the legend is that these spiders are ancient creatures that have existed since before the shattering itself, and that during the shattering where the world was destroyed, that they all succumbed to whatever frequency destroyed the world and were driven mad by it, and also their shells cracked to reflect their broken nature.
Oh, cool.
They now roam the cosmos in a mad, furious, and feared state, just attacking and destroying anything they come across.
Sounds familiar.
So fix its mind and fix its shell.
Or just kill it. You know?
Whichever happens first.
Kill it is
Yeah.
my bet. Considering they were driven mad by the world.
The world. Fade, you would know that this is one of the largest threats that the rebellion actually encounters when making transits in between the various realms and the rebellion factions that are rumored to exist elsewhere outside of Savos. Greater, even more so than the standard patrols of the various factions. Those you can at least avoid and potentially sneak past. The Shattered Asteroid Spider is indiscriminate in who they attack, and does not care if you pass the code word.
Yeah. Spider does not care if you know the password. Got it.
You would also know just from legend that they seem to have the ability to disable ships almost magically. Their web appears to be nearly indestructible, and if you are ever ensnared in their web, you are not able to cut your way through it or out of it, or the ship is not able to cut its way out. But other than that, there's not a lot of information that tends to get back, because you know it's unheard of. There's legends of 1 or 2 people surviving them, but that's mostly by escaping. It's unheard of anyone ever killing one of these creatures, so you are unsure of how to defeat it.
I was wondering that.
Generally, the advice is get the fuck out,
Yeah, don't get caught.
because you know it's a CR15 creature. Run.
And you get all that through my bluish vision of Grandfather Kobold revealing all this information.
We have like a nature documentary playing.
Yeah.
Does he sound like Richard Attenborough then?
Yes. Yes. Junkrat's
And-
grandfather is Richard Attenborough. Confirmed. Thank you, Ben.
And Gwen, I will leave it to you to decide
Not
how you
Richard
know of this
Attenborough.
creature. If you've encountered one, or if you've heard rumors.
I've just heard rumours, trying to collect all rumours about things that can hurt.
Yeah, I was about to say, Gwen knows what to not fight.
Yeah. If you see this, run.
Run.
The list is long.
Very long.
Are chihuahuas on that list?
They're vicious. It doesn't count. They're vicious.
Alvina has recently been added to that list.
What do you mean recently?
Yeah, first day.
Like ramen? It's like okay, maybe sensible. After spending 10 minutes, no longer sensible.
But yes, that is what Assassin and Zormir have discovered. You've gotten a image of it, and with the help of the rest of the party, able to drudge up some information from various party members. And yeah, Zormir, would you like to do anything else with Barry while you're there?
Give him your card, maybe.
The therapist.
I'd basically be just helping him deal with more of the trauma. So it just sort of fades off into
So I'm saying, maybe give him your card.
giving him
Give me your
couch
phone
talk.
number.
Couch talk
Give
with
me the
him
hotline.
whilst it goes on to something else.
That's fair. You do so, and you believe you're making some good progress, especially with Assassin's help and their ability to actually like siphon off memories temporarily. You found is actually a really potent tool in your therapy.
Note to self: hire on Assassin to practice.
I just had a horrifying thought of what this kind of is, but more like reasonable. This is essentially lobotomy. You can't have traumatic memories if you remove the part of the brain where they stopped. No.
Yeah, that's how Zormir goes down a dark path of just robbing people of their memories.
He doesn't know that they're actually extracting the brain.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, modify
You're not
memory.
actually
It's an
extracting.
amazing spell for fuckery.
You're not extracting the brain yet.
I've seen enough fiction where the plot is basically maybe removing all the bad stuff isn't a good idea.
Yeah. There's a lot of plot of that actually.
Funny that. But yes, let's we'll head over then to Alvina and Fukyu as they go to meet Sif, who hopefully has recovered from her ordeal.
Meeting them the last time?
Yeah, I want to say 2 days ago.
I think so, yeah.
Something like that,
It
yeah.
was 2 or 3 days. It wasn't too long.
But you find her effectively, since this would still be the morning, arranging with various muscular individuals to carry out piles of wood to various segments in the shrine, as well as she seems to just be incorporated into the preparation process of getting the pyres ready to smoke the Hammon.
Cool.
But you're able to easily grab her attention and pull her aside if you'd like to. She seems more than eager to be pulled aside to talk to you two.
Hello.
Hello!
You can see that she's tied up her bushy brown hair into 2 ponytails to left or right. She kind of looks at you. Oh. And you can already see that her eyes have gone wide and dilated as she stares at you both. Hi.
Hello there.
Hello again.
So,
Hi.
we were just out gathering stuff for this feast later on.
Oh yes, we have you to thank, right, for the extra
Yeah.
the extra course cast-offs.
So, we when we were out there, we went past this giant mountain of fire. What's that?
Oh, you mean the one in the sky, the giant like celestial object-sized one?
Yeah.
It's a giant mountain of fire. Yeah. What else is there?
Oh well, I mean, if legend's to be believed, that's part of Imix's ribs himself. It's one of the 3 celestial bodies that orbit Salvos.
Out of curiosity, how
Right.
far is it?
Yeah. How do we get there?
Oh, I don't know. I've never left Salvos. I guess in terms of nautical distance, I mean, do you want it from here or from like the edge of Salvos?
Let's go rough gauge from here, and you can give us a rough gauge of Salvos as well.
Maybe about Oh, what would that be? Maybe about weeks out from one of the edges of Salvos. Maybe about 2 weeks out from here. If you're flying by an astral equipped ship.
Okay.
I think it's actually equipped. I'll need to go poke some things, but
Zolmir will know.
yeah, that's what I meant. Poking some things.
Yeah. What's the name of this place again? By the way, this is an out of character ask. Alvin is not actually asking this.
The settlement or
Settlement.
Settlement is Deepwell.
Deepwell. Thanks.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's made out of what? Imix's heart or something?
Well, I mean, I imagine his rib because it's.
It's his
called
rib,
Imix's
it's these
rib.
bits. And Alvin just like bangs on the side of her chest.
Ah. Right.
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess flaming bone. I don't know if primordials have bone. I also don't know if the legends are true, or if it's just like a giant, like piece of, like elemental fire or something.
Look, if Titan Guts is anything to go by, it's probably accurate.
Yeah, that was actually Titan. Well,
Yeah.
apparently.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys are from the north, from Titan Guts, aren't you?
Mhm.
Wait, so is the legend? Because I've heard that. I've heard those rumors. Is it true? Is Titan Guts actually like the spilled guts of a Titan?
Probably. We found a lot of very circumstantial evidence that would go yes.
Yeah.
Also, we asked someone and they said they got eaten by a Titan, which is why they were there. So,
Oh, wow. Ian
Yeah,
the
he was a demon.
Wait, so do you think
Or was
Imix's
he a
rib
devil?
might...
I can't remember.
Devil, the other one.
What's a demon?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. What, wait, so do you think Imix's ribs might actually be like from Imix, the like big evil lord of fire?
Probably.
Wow.
Quite likely.
That'd be quite something.
I mean,
Imagine
when we spoke,
visiting him.
last time we spoke to him, he was kind of
Mad.
not really. Yeah, it was before like all this happened. So
Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys said that you've like encountered essence of Imix and actually like communicated with the primordial prince of just
points
fire.
to
Just
sort
fire.
of. He's got a bit of his soul in him.
And I've got a bit more of it here. And I hold up the
Yeah.
jar again.
Also-
Wow. That'd be such an anchoring point for a primordial dive.
Hold up the key. Also, how do I make this more powerful?
Let me see if I know.
Let me see if I can figure it out.
Yeah, I know that. I know what living flame is.
Yeah, because Sodoff used to live in this, but he's grown up a bit since then.
Oh wait, is that actual living? Do you know how rare this is?
We have another box
yes,
of it.
No. Yes.
You can't get this in the Prime realm.
Shit.
Well, don't worry. Don't worry. We've got this. And I bought the box of Living Flame. When we don't need the box anymore, we can turn this into that in the extra key.
Okay.
That should work,
Well,
right?
I mean, the key unlocks the box, so
Exactly.
No, you
But then
can't-
we won't need the box.
You can't turn like fire into living flame. It's how did somebody taught me and told me how I've never actually like gone that deep before in order to actually see living flame.
Wait,
But apparently it's a
It-
psychological thing.
isn't the
What?
box actually made of Living Flame?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought this is Living Flame.
Oh right, I thought you were talking about the fire, the essence. Okay, you're
No, the
talking about
actual
the
box.
right.
Yeah.
Yes, the box is living flame.
Yeah, I pulled that out as well. It's like, yeah, we can turn this into it because then we won't need it as the box anymore when we've done the thing with it. How stunned is she looking? Because I don't think we brought out the box last time.
We have a key and a box.
We can't use. We need the box for now because we need something else that can contain the bit inside the box.
The bit inside the box. And you've told me what this bit is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it? Haven't you?
They told you the thing inside the box. Yeah, it's the bit of the crown.
Bit of a crown. I have no idea what you're talking about, but like an actual crown.
Yeah, Eric's crown.
Is it just? Does it have power? Is it magic? Is
It
it connected to him? Is it just a fancy crown?
it causes severe burning when you touch it. She holds up her hand, which still has, I imagine, the burnt scar from where she just grabbed it and went, ow, and just held it for a bit.
I wonder if that.
See, this is why your party needs a Zormir.
Yeah.
Fix all the traumatized people. The rest of the
fix
party great.
No, this one is fine. This one's already. I think we're just adding to it, to be honest.
I wonder if you could use
They're
that
drumming
to
up
get,
business for you.
get
Complain.
past the Guardians.
What Guardians?
It's for the primordial realm.
Oh.
They're normally what hinders a lot of even the masters, really. Very few are able to slip past them. I don't think there's really anyone who's ever defeated them. But like something that can burn with such intensity. Have you tried it against anyone who's generally immune to fire? Do you know if it bypasses that immunity?
No.
I mean, do you
Yeah.
know anyone?
Yeah, do you know anyone? We don't want to burn sod off.
No, not here. That's generally only fire dragons and fire giants have that ability.
I just look at fuck you and go, no.
I mean, what about tieflings?
Oh, that's a good one.
Are there tieflings here? Do you know what tiefling is?
We've met tieflings here, haven't we?
Isn't Lou a tiefling?
I was about to say, wait, Lou!
You've not met any tieflings in this world.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
There-
one of
there-
the
There aren't really any tieflings.
I thought one of the
in
what's it
the
called
Shattered
people
Altsphere.
was a tiefling. One of the
I think they're
NPCs.
either very rare or they don't exist at all. It's the same with Celestial touched because they're god touched.
Oh no, celestial
or
touch. Time
something.
doesn't.
There's just no.
No,
devil
the devils were a lot rarer. The angels are.
Yes, that's what. It was.
Yes, the devils were wiped out during the Fiend Wars or the Devil Wars.
Yeah, I thought.
So there are little to no tiefling.
I thought that one of the NPCs in Deep Pool was a tiefling. I don't know why.
I don't think any of them's a tiefling. I'll double check my notes.
I
there.
thought
Do we
One-
want a GIF?
yeah, they're one of those that give Zari.
One of them was definitely a gift. Yeah, I thought another one was a tiefling for some reason. I don't have written down which one, but I thought one of them was a tiefling.
I'll check my notes in a second.
Yeah, it's like, I might be misremembering that 100%. We're not using my dragon eggs, by the way. Fuck you.
Yeah, 'cause none of them are marked as tieflings.
Okay.
She's a sea elf, a changeling, and a Givzari.
Okay.
The other's just live human goblin.
Fair enough, then, yeah.
But yeah, that's part of the dive ritual. You need incredibly strong sleep dust for that, but unfortunately we don't have any of that anymore. You only get it at Bastion.
Okay. Bastion sleep dust.
But yeah, this is oh, I can feel myself getting overwhelmed again. A weapon that could potentially get past the Guardians.
Mm.
That would be something. Very, very few of the Pyromasters ever make it that deep. Even I've never. It's very risky. A lot of them die trying, but it's the only way to get beyond the master status.
Oh, right. 1 second.
But yes, is there anything else I can help you with?
I'm just trying to think if there was anything else I wanted. Oh yeah. How do you do the magic fire? You said that you need to go to a special place for the
Oh,
fire
the living
thing.
the living flame.
No. cast fire magically. Wait, where do I need to go for that again?
Oh, you need to go to the primordial realm.
Primordial realm. Where specifically in the primordial realm?
Oh, sorry. I guess I should define that for someone who's. I'm used to talking to people about the subject who are also masters in the elements. No, the primordial realm isn't technically, I guess, the primordial realm like what you'd imagine. It's not where the monarchy is. No, the primordial name is the name we give to the dreaming elements. It's a sub-layer within the dream realm. At the base of the ethereal realm. Now, there's some ethereal wizards who could explain this better than me. I don't really understand.
I was going to say, at this point, Fucky's face has just gone blank.
So is Alvina's.
Yeah, I imagined Alvina's would.
I won't bore you with the details because honestly, I'm not versed in them myself, and I don't think they're needed for what we do. We just.
I mean, can you draw a map to it, or?
Right. So that's what I mean by. So you need dream dust in order to descend into the dreamscape, which is inside the ethereal realm, right? It's at the base layer.
Gotcha. Okay.
But the dreamscape is a shared realm of consciousness between all creatures that dream, right?
So basically,
Like
we
a
need
bee.
someone smarter.
Well, not like that. You just need dream scuff and an anchoring point to get there. Anything with very strong primordial
No, I mean,
energy.
I mean, we need someone smarter to understand what this is, because I have no idea.
Oh yeah, if you want to understand like the actual theory of what you're doing, sure.
No,
but,
no,
like,
no. I mean, just to get there.
No.
Just to understand what you're
Oh, you
literally.
don't
talking
need
about.
it. So you need a point to get. Like, you need a thing that can take you the right way, and you
So,
need another thing.
I mean, we've got a
back.
boat. We got a boat.
Oh no, you get cast out of your bodies. You're going to sleep.
What?
You do it in your dreams.
Oh, I don't dream. Is that an issue?
Oh no, I'm an elf. I do it.
You do
fine.
as well. Okay, cool. It works.
You don't need to like naturally dream.
Gotcha.
That's what the dream dust is for. It puts you into an artificial dream state.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Just
Yeah,
to
you do a dream dive.
That'd be interesting just to see what a dream is, honestly.
Oh my god, it's so wild. Like if that's what people have every night, I don't know, man. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it sounds fun. I'm gonna try this at some point.
Yeah, but it's incredibly dangerous. If you die in the dream, you die in real life.
I've heard that
So-
before.
So, like, dream dust, is that made from, like, mushrooms and something? So I've done that before once.
No, it's crystallized ethereal ectoplasm.
So kill a ghost.
So, ghost jizz, right.
I don't think that's not the story that I got told.
You have to be able to go to the ethereal realm to get it. Like I said, that's why I normally buy it off some ethereal wizards when I'm in Bastion.
Okay,
Or
they
I get
have-
it. Here.
That's disgusting.
I was looking very confused at fucking right
We're
now.
gonna move on from that. I don't want to think about that. But yeah, you go into a layer. So the theory is that everything dreams, even the elements, right?
Okay.
So the elements have a layer within the dreamscape, and that's what we call the primordial realm.
Okay, so it's an element. It's fire's dream.
Yeah, you go
Got
there and live, and that's where flame itself takes on life, and you get living flame, and also you can learn to master the elements without needing magic. But
Oh no.
to get to the deeper levels, you need to get past some really powerful creatures that are immune to elemental damage, and also non-magic doesn't work there.
Shit.
No, this is fine. Does punching work?
Yes, but generally things made of fire don't care if you punch them.
They've said that bit to me before as well.
Interesting.
Wait, can you take things there?
I mean, yeah, it's like a dream. If it's part of you and important to you, and you can imagine a concept of it, yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
shit, you're just gonna have dragons.
I mean, he just has a big grin.
But that'd be so. And at this point, she just like clasps your hands. It's kind of like both of you simultaneously somehow, just like claps both your hands like in between her, sandwiches in between her. An expedition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get hold of some of that. We'll come back.
Yeah, I've got ideas. I need to
Um,
find a very important bucket of water.
Okay. I have contacts who are able to supply me with some. But we might, if we want to do this quickly, it normally takes like months to travel down here, and only if somebody's coming this way. We'd have to go to Bastion to collect it, but I could have them prepare it for us.
Yeah.
I mean, we're heading to Bastion soon, aren't we?
Well, we're going to Iron Core first. We've got to do that thing, then we think we can head to Bastion.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
what I mean soon, but
Yeah, soonish.
yeah.
So they probably have time to set it up.
Yeah.
Can you test my theory and see if the Imix's piece of Imix's crown is able to kill fire?
I mean, if we come across anything made of fire, yeah, sure.
We probably will.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh! Are giants immune to fire?
The larger ones, yeah.
Right. Got it. Stab giant with crown, see what happens.
Cool.
'Cause if we can use that as a basis for in the dream escape, we could finally defeat the Guardians and go to the deepest level of the primordial dreamscape.
Yes.
Yeah.
We could be Grand Masters of Fire.
Oh, I like that.
I like that.
Only one or two people have ever survived the encounter. Most masters die trying to pursue this. But we could do it.
That's fine. We can take. We can take it.
Yep.
So we're going to Primordial. We're going to where the Rainbow Bridge is.
We're going to
What other place that we're not allowed to go in are we going in the next?
Amix's Rib as well.
Yeah, it mixes rib.
I mean, there's Banshee Forest.
Oh yeah, and we're going to Banshee's Grove. So-
Yeah. Basically, anytime someone says, "Oh, you can't go there,"
We're
Yeah,
going.
We're going.
We're the worst tourists ever.
No, we're English tourists.
if we don't understand, we just shout louder.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yes, I think with that, the scene comes to an end.
Yep.
Mhm.
With three manically grinning problem people.
Planning a tourist destination trip to the Dream of Fire. We'll see how that goes in the future.
Hell
We'll see how
yeah.
that- In order to learn the art of pyromancy.
The
There are some
barbarian,
pyromancers.
the barbarian, the bard, and some random NPC are going to learn how to be fire gods. This can only end well.
We're basically gods.
Yeah.
Jump off a cliff.
Also, I've just realised if Alvi didn't like one of the weird new god things we're making want to talk to Alvina in a dream, this might actually be the way that they get to talk to Alvina.
Possibly.
It's like, how sweet!
possibly.
hi."
Who knows? Definitely not planned. I don't know what you mean. Didn't set up this entire, plot line.
Hell yeah, I'm down. I'm so
Sounds like-
down. I love it.
I also completely forgot she was an elf until you mentioned the fact elves don't dream.
Yeah, I was like, I'm guessing that's weird. It's like we don't dream. I also imagine it full on like I had very images of Valley Girl moment between the pair of them there.
Yeah, it occurred to me that I can have her get excited
Yeah,
because it would be a novice
Oh my
concept.
god!
for
Like
herself.
we can totally dream.
yeah.
It's so cool. You should try it. So there we go. Gonna do an elemental dream dive at some point.
Hell yeah.
All right. What was the next scene?
What are we doing?
What were we doing? Where's the two?
What we doing?
What was Gwent? Was Gwent and Lou and Faye just resting? What was Gwent doing?
Just checking out the kitchen.
That's what
That's
you were
fine.
doing. Checking out the kitchen, right? I remember only two of you resting. Okay. So Gwent, as the meal preps, you are. They've cleared out a massive segment of the marketplace, and you can see them kind of getting wooden tables lined up for just this vast row of tables, this mega table and they're already starting to lay wooden plates and bowls and everything all along it. Whereas just off to the side, the tents have been kind of set up in such a way that it almost creates a communal kitchen, kind of bridging the gap between what is Honey's cooking segment with the various alchemical and brewing supplies of the not the furbog, Goliath, whose name I cannot currently remember, who you previously met and was doing stuff. What the Dulan? That's what it was. Not Dulan. That's the goblin. Where's the hut? Akun. Or Aku. No, it's Akin. I'm gonna go Akin. Trying to figure out how to pronounce that U in the middle I've given him. Aukan? Aukan.
Yeah.
You know, the U is silent.
Aukan.
People are figuring out. So Akin. The Goliath, the pale skin tattooed with the various drinks and flowers and other symbols of his craft on it. So the pair effectively teamed up, as well as just an army of assistants to help prep what is quite possibly one of the biggest feasts this town may have possibly put together. And you can see all the other assistants are doing smaller things. There's a wide variety of salads and vegetables and fruits from the surrounding groves above, as well as just a large number of spiced mixes here and there being put together, and differing flavoring and spices and colorings all about. It appears that a decent quarter has been set aside for garnishes and salad sides and all kinds of manner of things. One quarter is dedicated to various drinks and alchemical and brewery concoctions designed to pair with the meal. And then one half of the segment has been dedicated to the main meal itself. Just entire rows of diced up boar meat being smoked under what appears to be this massive wooden hut-like contraption that is being created from multiple smoking houses, kind of thingy together in this massive row. And you can see Honey at the center, a cam in the storm of a flurry of action around him, as like an orchestra he is directing people to do various aspects, as there doesn't appear to be any sense of timers or mechanisms. He is doing all of this by intuition alone, as he immediately spins on the point and directs people to remove ribs from one segment of the smokehouse, as well as quickly apply honey over to another segment. And all throughout it, he is just orchestrating this flow of cooking around him.
So I'm imagining the Sword in the Stone where Merlin's cleaning everything up.
Yeah. I'm just imagining Meowscular Chef from Monster Hunter World, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
But go ahead. As you're going about it, do you have any proficiency with cooking supplies?
I don't believe so. No, but I think Gwent is just there, not really having a varied diet growing up. So just looking at choice, of what choice actually is.
This is what
Is
food
more
looks
interesting.
like.
From a professional perspective, yeah, he's smoking the meat and he's applying honey to it. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
That's the recipe.
Genuine, it's just really good ingredients. You don't need to be complicated to be good.
Unaware of the more subtle processes he's doing.
It's more like, you can have more than one ingredient, not just oats and hopefully clean water.
I just wish we should point out as well. Even Alvina doesn't have proficiency with cook's utensils. I just went with. I can imagine she's the one that cooks because she eats a lot.
I just use my hands.
She just does it by ear, and it's like that's good enough.
Yeah, you don't have to be a professional chef to cook yourself a meal.
I took proficiency in that, but I don't eat.
How did you take
joking.
it?
I'm joking. I obviously do not.
I wouldn't put it past you.
I cook, but I don't have a tongue.
Ouch.
Plus, you have the spice pouch. You just.
I do have the
last
spice
second ago.
pouch. I can cheat.
The spice, that's it. I don't know if it tastes. It's more spice.
It tastes good to Alvina. Her taste buds aren't at all shot because she essentially eats uranium on the regular.
I think every chef in the world would literally kill for a spice pouch that makes any meal taste delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
I
confirm.
was in, I was in
With that,
Futurama.
Gwent, would you like to do anything else other than just basking in the scene?
No, just basking in the joy of it.
Aw.
Baskin Robbins.
We go over to the point then. The point, you were writing music. Is there anything you would like to show us, tell us, do?
So the point is writing riffs based on the
Melody.
the melody he heard in his head back at Earthquake's Cathedral. I imagine he's hanging out with Jones at the same time, kind of trying out a few riffs, seeing what Jones thinks.
Does this sound good?
I believe the answer will be yes anyway for Jones.
Exactly.
Jones
Needs
nodding
more
away,
cowbell.
really just enjoying it. He seems to like anything with a high tempo rhythm.
Yeah, fair enough.
So the point is doubling the tempo of
Faster.
Melody's melody.
It'd be better if it was faster. It'd be better if it was faster. It'd be better if it was faster.
Faster, faster, faster!
It's gonna be like the freaking Rockefeller Street meme.
It
Just
my
gets
hands
faster,
only
faster.
go so fast, Jones.
My
it's
hands
faster
are
than that.
bleeding.
Turns into the flight of honeybee.
I know that's about it.
That's fair. That's nice. All right. As your morning comes to an end and the bustle of the town, you can feel the excitement growing as people are seemingly donning not formal wear, but high quality loungewear. Effectively, you can see they're pulling out their more vivid hues of various clothing articles in order to get dressed up for this event.
Alvina will dress up in her usual best clothes, which is all she owns.
The point will turn Glamweave to its not highest setting, but subdued but party.
I forgot you had Glamour Weave.
Yep.
And as the afternoon progresses, you are eventually, as some of you who are watching, watch as the tables are laid, first with the garnishes and the salads on the sides and the giant jugs of various drinks. As everyone begins to take their seats and finding treats, you can see people kind of clustering off to the side. Nobody seems to be rushing or worried about getting a good place. They all seem to be just kind of enjoying the scene. The city kind of the settlement slows down a little bit in tempo as everyone's kind of just waiting, chatting. There's a nice hum of voices throughout as you're able to find your own seats as well before eventually Cinderbeard will kind of rise onto his chair and kind of draw everyone's attention. You can feel a wave of heat emanate through the crowd, and especially for Fukyu, it seems like his beard and hair are aflame again, drawing living fire. For the rest of you, it just seems like he seems to have a sheen. His ginger reddish beard seems to just be a little bit more vibrant today, kind of almost like it's been just a little bit wet, just a little bit glistening.
It's the beard wax he uses.
He is beard wax. Yeah. Been using beard oil.
The point takes some water from the alchemy jug and just splashes it on his beard.
Wow.
As a whiff of smoked honey scent just drifts over the entire settlement, declaring that the meal is ready and is about.
How many people just immediately start salivating?
Alvina is causing a small ocean from her mouth, and she is currently also cracking the table by holding onto it with excitement.
It's just splintering.
Yeah, that's what I imagine, like, just buckling, and you can hear it buckling.
Before the chief or the warder makes his announcement, is there anything the party would like to do as everyone is taking their seats and getting ready?
Alvina is looking out for food.
Mhm. It's that scene when you're in a restaurant and the waiter comes past with food and you think it's yours, but it's not actually.
Yeah. like you know the dog.
No, it's
You know
not.
when a dog sees a squirrel, it just goes boom. Anytime
Yeah.
some food moves past, that's what Alvina does.
You can see that Abigail looks incredibly excited as well, as she was trying to talk to Alvina, but every time there's even just a hint and smell, and Alvina immediately darts. She kind of just, yep, that sounds about right, and just goes to talk to one of the other party members. But with that, the chief rises onto his chair, and he doesn't seem to do anything to grab anyone's attention, but a wave of silence emanates from him, just by his mere action of standing on the chair. I thank you all for coming to today's meal. I feel it is only fair that we give credit where credit is due. I want to thank our brave new travelers who have come today. As he kind of washes his hand over the crowd, and you can see people kind of glancing in your various directions. It is not often that we get a meal of such prestige in our halls. Luckily, we are more gifted than our brethren in the other settlements and the poor souls who cannot be with us today. So we must give gratitude and thanks that we have been supplied with such bountiful supply, but not only that we find ourselves in such lucky circumstance, but also that we have people of skill and character to take advantage of those opportunities, of that luck, simply because we have a more bountiful supply does not mean that it did not take work, effort, knowledge, and perseverance to turn that meal or to turn those supplies into what we see today. So I want to thank our chefs. I want to thank each and every one of you who has contributed to society, to making this settlement what it is, and to every single one of you who still venture out and risks their life to gather the supplies and the ingredients, and to also defend our small slice of life that we've been able to carve out in a universe, in a multiverse that is, well, it's oftentimes cruel to our kind. So thank you, and to each and every one of you, you deserve this meal. Eat as much as you would like, and indulge in every part you can. But with that, I'll shut my lips. Let's get to eating.
Hell yeah.
As with that, a small army of what appear to be just regular people who have volunteered to help begin ushering out giant platters of this ultimate honey-smoked ribs. And they are just a constant turn of people coming and going as more and more and more and more is placed throughout the tables. There seems to be an endless supply. Every single gap in the table is filled. There is enough to feed not only the town, but the town potentially 3-4 times over.
Not while I'll be
I'm about to say, I'm going to put that to the test.
As there is a moment as the first couple plates are put down, you can see that nobody moves. Nobody goes to immediately take. There's no rush. People here don't need to rush. But as the last plate, and the players can disturb this if they want, but as the last plate is put down, there's a stillness. A quiet, as nobody seems to be willing to take the first bite. Not out of any fear or trepidation, but more out of patience, and almost as they kind of glance around and they kind of look down to the first ends of the table, almost checking, has enough plates been put out for everyone? Checking
I'm imagining Alvina hasn't even noticed and just eating.
Yeah, Alvina has basically there's the silence, and there's like the look down to the sides, and she's just not even hand, she just goes onto something.
Everyone but the one person just devouring through it already. Everyone seems to be checking, has enough been provided for everyone so everyone can enjoy before I take my share? But with that, other than Alvina, who's already started eating and doesn't seem to be part of the trance, or at least like doesn't seem to be breaking it, what would the rest of the party like to do?
Gonna stand up, have a look across, and go, looks like everyone's got something. Everyone, dig in!
And as you say that, Suddenly, chaos ensues.
Yeah.
Or mannered chaos ensues as people begin kind of just filling their plates up. You can see there are several kind of elder or more mature people kind of taking plates and handing them out to children or teenagers or the younger people before eventually retrieving their own. As everyone eventually, the food disseminates throughout the crowd. Even the crowd's kind of slightly off, seem to, without ever coming to the table, have a plate arrive at their destination. Not out of any, like, them kind of drawing it to them, but out of just sheer people passing plates back without ever being asked to. As eventually everyone gains food. And your feast commences.
Also, this will be one of the few times that Zarmir will actually drop back his helmet and they can see the cowman.
Woo. Alvina is eating it, not even just down to the bone, she's also eating the bones. She's eating everything. She must be taking bites out of the plates occasionally. She's very much enjoying it.
The higher passive perception people would notice Fade's robot eye, the remnant of the professor, flashing red suddenly, and as they watch Alvina, a look of horror on their face. As I lean over to, I would think that the point would be beside me. I lean over to the point and say, "Does she even taste it? It seems like it's almost wasted on her. It's like she's inhaling it. She just ate her napkin."
Yep.
That's
normal. Everyone who is eating off the meal. I'll leave it up to Fade. If Fade actually eats the meal, you can gain the mechanical benefit. But I'll leave it up to you if you can actually taste.
Actually,
I
have something for this.
Food. Doesn't mean I don't partake of it.
The point says they have something for this.
Well, I will gesture over to Assassin and whisper something in their ear.
Oh no.
Basically asking to transfer the memory of me eating this.
Of you eating that. I was wondering, are you gonna transfer Alvina's thought into Faye? She's like, what's being eaten? Everything.
I feel like Alvina's sensation of this is probably way more magnified somehow. Anything that might be too much.
Yeah.
Low phase circuits.
I already at moments consume and devour the essences of creatures. I don't want to become a raving wolf person, as it is.
I'm not a wolf.
Does Alvina count as a monster for the sake of me giving you the ability to, like, consume anything?
I mean,
say put in Alvina's stomach, maybe.
Yep. Everyone go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw against taste.
Against taste?
Is this with advantage because we currently have the hero's feast?
No, this will be just before, given that is the hero's feast doing this.
9.
So, if I don't have
a lot of 18s.
20.
Am I still? Is it anyone who's eating, basically?
Yes, anyone who's eating.
If you're proficient in the wisdom save and you're sat within 10 feet of me, you have a +2 to it.
I'm not proficient.
Oh, 22.
I could possibly imagine me being quite close to you, but...
No, you're 15 odd feet. No way.
Okay.
Keep you far enough away.
No, we don't want to lose an arm!
Next to me at first, and then I got up and I moved.
Yeah, it's like... Faye was like, I'm not wanting to lose an arm to Alvina.
That's 4 18s.
Alright,
I
well,
rolled really badly, though.
for everyone who failed a DC 30,
Yay!
this is the greatest meal you've ever had.
Yep.
DC 30. Bloody hell.
It's really good!
It's looking good, this meal is.
Yeah. It's a legendary feast!
It's an 18, James. Just leave it at that. It's an 18.
No,
we
I
spent
keep
2
on trying
sessions
to get-
getting the ingredients.
There's input value keeps on flashing up for me. Oh, there it is.
Silvery barbs!
That's why it's happening. Okay.
You silvery barbs the meal.
What is silvery barbs?
It's a defensive.
It's a
really good
brilliant-
defensive one.
I've got it as well.
It's one of the
Yeah.
best like new level 1 spells in the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was adding all my spells, and I must have accidentally clicked a bunch, so that it's all like a bunch of.
Ooh, it's from Strixhaven, that's why.
Yeah.
Apparently I've not looked at the Strixhaven spells yet.
Also, I've got Wither and Bloom,
Good.
which is another good one.
You should have access to it because I've got Strixhaven.
Oh yeah, I probably have access. I just haven't looked at it.
Yeah, there's not many of the Strixhaven. Strixhaven ones just are generally pretty good, but I haven't looked at too many of them. Silvery Barb is the one I did though. Because
Cool.
I
obviously-
think it's in Tasha's as well.
Fun. Alright, so the meal commences. It is a wonderful time. I imagine at some point during the meal, the point wants to put on their performance, given that you'll be heading off to die after the meal.
Yeah, so the point will be waiting for the right moment when people have mostly finished but not fully finished.
They're
Alvina's,
getting into that.
Alvina's never going to have finished.
Yeah, so
So-
to drag Alvina away to perform.
It's drag her away. She's got a entire rack of ribs in her mouth.
Given this is a communal festivity, effectively, you will most likely notice that at some point just after the halfway point, other people begin also playing music, which probably cues you into, alright,
Okay.
this is definitely the music time.
I'll show them how it's done.
Yeah. So the point will make his way to the stage.
Speaking.
The one where Sith is at the moment. Top right.
Yes, so it's a little bit. This little bit here elevates up and down into a little stage.
I'm very happy.
Deep well. Are you ready to rock?
No.
A wave of
You're part of the band.
happiness-filled merriment roars in response.
Okay, well,
I'm too full to rock.
Alvina is literally
One singular heckler from the band.
from the band. Yeah, from there. Alvina still got food in mouth, still crunching down, which possibly is horrifying to anyone very close by because he is just chewing right through the bone.
Doing sounds over a microphone.
so
It's fine. She doesn't sing. She's not the singer. She dances and plays the lute.
Horrifying.
it starts off with the same set list that they played in Salvage.
The other place.
Can't wait until you come with an actual list of names for the various
Yeah,
songs.
I should eventually.
Just come up with like one name each city you go to.
Yeah.
I will think of a name for the new song by the end of the session.
You can have till the end of next week.
Okay.
Be your homework. Assuming you live.
Yeah.
No, even if
Ah,
you're
it
not,
could be a
they've
posthumous
already,
song.
they've already named the song, so they still their homework even if they die.
Symphony.
Yes, the point. Continue. Set up the scene for us.
So, up on the stage, raised up, lights up. I have not got my deck of illusions where I am right now, but he will draw a card from the deck of illusions to be a backing dancer. Summon Point Bot to be a backing dancer.
Fair, sir.
Yeah.
How much you want to see what we get? One sec,
So-
I'm gonna get the deck of illusions.
Okay. So I don't have the list of cards.
Yeah,
I've
that's why I'm
already
just
drawn,
gonna,
but they
I'm
are
just gonna do
a
it.
literal pile of cards.
Statistically, we should be fine.
Yeah, so minor illusion up, all of the traditional spotlights and lights.
Dry ice.
Yeah, and then about halfway through, so one song from the end, say, and here's a new one I picked up recently.
Wait, I didn't practice this.
Die, it's acoustic.
We'll be fine. No, we'll be fine.
Kind of attempts to dim the lights as much as he can with cantrips. And will sit down somehow.
You sit down.
Squat on a minor illusion chair and do kind of a quiet acoustic version of Melody's Melody, which gradually gets faster and faster and faster until it's his proper head-banging mosh pit levels of soul.
Terracotta pie. Hey, terracotta pie. Hey. Banana, 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 banana.
Banana, 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 banana.
So as you find yourself, as you begin to try and manipulate the scene around you, kind of trying to dim the lights, it seems like your intentions carry throughout the audience, and you can see that what was once a kind of mid-afternoon lighting scenario, where they seem to have the settlement itself seems to have perfected a way of using fire to diffract through various angles and slots in the wood to actually create almost like a small Ori Borealis above the ceiling to mimic and simulate daylight. But as you begin trying to kind of dim the area around you, the kind of edges of the crowd seem to grasp what it is you're trying to do, and you can see people at far distance going and actually dimming lights as well, until eventually the entire settlement is plunged into dim light, creating this almost late afternoon or late evening dusk-like environment, as if you have been plunged into a evening time meal show.
Nice.
Nice.
All I'm kind of imagining as well is like Rush E, if you know that track.
Don't know that one.
I'll send it to you later.
Yeah, send me later.
But as you play the revised version of Melody's tune, go ahead and give me a performance check at advantage.
Go, point.
That'll do.
I don't see what you got, but I'm assuming it's good. Still don't see what you
One.
got. 31!
Oh,
Natural
damn.
20!
A 19 and a nat 20 plus
Nice.
11.
As you play out, you actually begin to feel energy swelling within yourself, as you can feel a prickle of energy along your body and your tattoos begin to glow.
You look like Helena.
The point is not noticed yet. Just getting that into the song.
That's fair. And as you continue, towards the end of the song, as you begin playing the final chords, wait just 1 second, I need to check something, talk amongst yourself about how much you enjoy the performance.
It's great. Point, do you want to be yeeted again?
Of course, yeah.
Cool. Don't ask now. We would have organised this beforehand.
This was going to be the penultimate song, but probably
With a
with
natural
this
20.
reaction, yeah, this is the last
It's the
song.
encore.
You're gonna get
it's time
fast.
of your life.
You're gonna get fastballed into a table. I know for some reason this is gonna be a really bad strength check, so you're gonna get yeeted into food or something.
Oh no.
You're gonna hit something.
All right. Suddenly, energy begins emanating off you as you almost start to see a golden mist kind of rising off of your skin from the tattoo, as they begin to fill into the air and around you in an aura of divine mist. Not heavily obscuring, very lightly obscuring, very sparse mist, almost like you're at the very edge of a smoke show.
Okay.
But as the mist kind of swells around you, and you can see energy kind of, people around you also begin to emanate just a little bit. Everyone seems to be glowing in the audience, or some people glowing a little bit more than others, some kind of radiating this little golden sheen. Nobody seems to be noticing it other than the point and your party. As suddenly the smoke begins to almost drift in front of you, and you can see it beginning to almost take shape, take form, as it's kind of a recognizable shape, maybe a little bit to some of you, and you can see little golden points, little shimmering stars amongst them. There's little, almost giant chunks of maybe a landmass kind of dotted throughout the smoke. And for Gwent, Fade, and Assassin, it begins to take on the form of the cosmos. You recognize it. There's the Ethereal Republic, and there's the Radiant Empire, and that's at the center. You can see kind of shimmering in multiple colors, like a rainbow gobstopper at the center. That's the Rainbow One. Next to it, one of the land masses with a little radiant dot. That would be where you are. But there's other dots, just like you. Actually, there's 2 dots where you are. That's why your dot is bigger. Is as you kind of peer at it, it's not that it's a larger dot. It's that there's actually 2 dots close to, or maybe not so close together. You can see there's a slight divide between them.
Bad.
But there are other dots. There's one all the way to the south that the native party members would recognize as the Corpse Lands. There's one over in the Radiant Empire. There's one at the edge of a kind of, you see a sphere, what looks to be devoid of any life, that you'd know to be the Indigo Vortex. There's a couple in the Echo Depths and the Irradiated Sea, and you can see that there are other dots throughout the cosmos there.
Okay.
As the mists, as the song comes to an end, lose their form and begin to evaporate. As
Before,
Mhm.
So before it disappeared, was the one that was next to where we are, slightly to the north?
there is one. Give me a perception check, just because this is technically made of like sand,
Fair.
so it's a little bit grainy in quality. So let's see how well you can perceive the exact
Can I look
location.
for that as well?
Not great.
Can I look for that as well at the map?
Yeah. You're probably also a little bit more focused. I imagine the point's getting a little bit absorbed into it.
Yeah, into the music.
Yeah. No.
It's hard to tell. There's definitely, you do see 2, and there is 2 on this landmass, and they seem to be roughly around the center.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of hard to tell where the other, like where exactly it is. But there's one above the other.
Okay.
Can an outward preserver look at this and make a perception? Or
I'll allow anyone who has proficiency in perception to also make a check.
I'll take a look at the radiated sea.
Ooh. There we go. Fine.
And no, I've only got half.
Ah. Jack of all trades ain't quite this one, right?
No.
And Zormir, you're particularly focusing on the one in the center, right?
yeah.
I imagine you've been planning a little bit more about your traveling, especially because you are literally the captain and steering the ship. You've been a little bit more focused on like the map of Salvos, so you begin to recognize more of the actual details, in particular the central mountain range that kind of denotes and centers a lot of the map. And you can see that one of the dots is to the left off that mountain, with another one being much more to the north, that you would recognize as the location of the smoke yards and Titan Guts.
Okay.
For Gwent, you recognize the location that the dot is in the irradiated sea. But it's not the location you're thinking it is. You recognize what's there, but it's from something that you heard and are aware of that I'll let you know later.
Fair enough.
But with that, the map evaporates, and I'll allow you to be able to do a rough noting down of where they are from memory. Especially since it is still really grainy quality and it's not that accurate. And more importantly, I will fill that out and also confirm the number, because I need to double check how many there's supposed to be.
Fair.
Later, and get you that back during the bookkeeping for next
Hell
week.
yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna
It's
grab
not
the point.
relevant. till you dying in a cave.
Now I'm gonna
Yes.
grab the point and throw him.
So I imagine the point would just be like, whoa, that was... And then just get yeeted.
Boom!
Oh shit!
Come on!
Very well. You were flung potentially as far as Alvina wants to really.
Bye!
Throw into a stack of ribs.
Straight into the Warder's Tower.
Fuck you goes up. Me next.
Okay. And I'm
Bucky's a little heavier.
no, apparently. No, he's less aerodynamic. He's a goblin. Dwarves are very aerodynamic.
It's the beer that does it, you see.
That's true.
It's the fact that the point is bald. It's
Yeah. It's,
Oh,
a,
yeah.
it's a point. It's an aim. And Alvina's going to.
And fuck you is just all points and jags and.
Yeah. And Alvina's going to basically just charge back to the food table.
With that, eventually the event will come to an end. The light levels will return to a daylight's amount of light, and the party is able to bask in their full stomachs and the warmth of a good festival, especially since coming to this world. And eventually are able to make their way to preparing and getting things ready to travel out. But I'll leave a little bit of time, effectively an hour to pass while you do that, and we'll also take a quick 5-minute break there. And then afterwards, we can discuss you heading out.
Alvina will still be eating. If there's anything left, she's eating it.
Honestly, you just clean up the rest of the table.
Pretty much, yeah. And I'm going to the bathroom for a 5-minute break, so back in a sec.
All right, there you go. 5-minute break. We'll see you in a little bit.
Just let me know, James. They can still hear us.
Yes, I know. I've listened back to the episodes.
So what were you thinking so far then?
So, the point is a new quest, but apart from going into the tunnel,
I'll be honest. I'll be honest, guys. I spent most of it picking my spells and learning my new class abilities.
It's just going to be a different part of the points cult. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, you base yourself on Black Star. A star has 5 points, so you're going to have 5 cult points, basically.
Yeah.
One's going to focus on your music. One's going to focus on like just the music itself, and like the how it plays out and how it makes people feel. One cult is going to
point
focus
star
on
is
the
10
word,
of them. So
what you say. One cult's going to focus on your fashion. One
Yeah.
cult's going to focus on tinkering, and another one is going to focus on devoting themselves to finding hairy, honey-covered men.
What
and,
the fuck did I just come back to?
Yeah.
we're starting a cult of finding hairy men.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, I
No
have
more
genuine
cult.
curiosity. Point.
That is a cult.
Yep.
we all want.
Please do me the deck of illusions. I do want to see what was our backup. That.
So I'm away from home. My actual deck is not here.
Oh, I was going to say, can you just but pick a card or something? I don't know.
So
Okay.
I'm curious about the deck of illusions because you threw one out when we were in the honey place.
Mhm.
We didn't have time to start. You threw it out to distract bees, and you ran past it to grab me, and then I teleported us to the car. Does it teleport back to the deck? Like,
And so they're
Okay.
spent as soon as they're thrown out anyway. So
No, I don't
okay.
know.
So you've currently got like 30 cards left.
I've got an actual deck of cards
Oh, that's fine.
at home. But
All right.
Oh, that,
Yeah, I was
I've
I'm
never-
literally going to get a card.
I've
general.
got.
Okay, what do you get?
Just
I've
like
got up here,
Bob's
just
got
pull-
a deck of many things.
No, we're not pulling out the deck of many things.
Yeah, I'm just saying that you, as Bob,
I know,
Yeah.
I know a
One.
couple people own a deck of anything.
Right.
Yeah.
it's
Pull a card
I'm
down.
not saying
What have we got?
you use it.
What did you get?
Oh, I didn't roll it. I thought you were doing it, but I can roll
No,
it.
okay. No, I'll do
no, I
it.
was want to see what card.
Okay.
I've got the deck up here, so I can tell what you.
Yeah, I
can
also
pull.
have the deck up. Yeah.
Okay, so I just used an online one. I got a King of Clubs.
King of Clubs.
bandit, captain, and 3 bandits.
That is actually very appropriate, yeah. You get 4 backup dancers
Yay!
who are literally probably Harry
5
Ben.
point bot.
Yeah,
Oh.
I would have never guessed, like last week, that it was meant to be the hairy wolf guy from.
Oh, no.
No.
Scott
I
Hunting.
didn't know who the character was when I was told the character, so I
Yeah,
had no idea.
I mean,
So I've never played the game.
No, the only time I've ever played the game was at Crow and Chris's
Housewarming. Yeah.
Mm.
I've heard of the game.
I've heard of the game. I've never had any interest in playing it though.
Nope,
We were
still
too
no
busy
idea.
trying not to get in a fight with possibly him.
Yeah.
The werewolf.
So our team was
Yeah.
just trying to fuck over every other team.
Yeah.
Just trying to romance everyone else.
We actively tried to avoid that fight.
Why? What's the
Because
fight?
we realised we would die.
Yeah.
That sounds like quitter talk to me.
So we were trying to flirt with the wolf guy, and he took that as a sign to fight.
I mean, that's fair. That happened
that
at
might be-
That's happened at LARP before.
Yeah. I think that must have happened after I'd gone home.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Flirting with Harry. No, don't do it.
No, don't do it. Either goes real well or real bad.
He ends up
I
with
mean,
2 kids. on
I
the
am-
field.
Harry got close.
Yeah, no, there's the weird running joke. It's like, how many kids has Ari got? Yes. He's got wait a minute. One of them showed up in the field now. Is the terrifying part.
Oh no.
Yeah, there was the joke. It's like, okay, we don't know who your mother is. Why? Because we're in 5-digit numbers to figure out who your mother is, and this is only the correct species. It got real weird as that running joke continued.
Mm.
They're a half fox, half direwolf dragon thing. So who was like, right, your mother's gotta be a foxkin, but we've no fucking idea which one.
I mean, it's a start.
Look, I'm a 600-odd-year-old monster who's apparently very charming.
Except for when you
I'd
wake
say
him
so.
up.
Well, yeah, but, you know, that's...
Ladies find him charming.
Yeah.
They don't
Don't wake him up.
have to be the ones to wake you up.
No, it's this dumbass dwarf.
Here's the people get like, I think it was the joke of, didn't someone say they drew, there's like a lot system for who gets to, who is the one who's forced to wake up Ari, and you keep losing.
Well, I'm more I have to wake you up on the less likely to die days.
That's pretty good.
The guaranteed you're gonna die if you wake him up today is one of the people that are in the bad books. They get the lots for that.
They
those days.
get into the lots of, what did Ari do yesterday? He just had a really good meal and he appears to be having a very nice dream. But we've got to wake him up. Who are we sending? Who's pissed him off recently? That guy is the one who's going to get char grilled.
For every other time they send me.
Alright, I am back.
Nice.
Welcome back.
Hi.
Alright, then, we are here. We ready to die?
Hell yeah!
Always.
Constant.
I'm not gonna die.
It's my standard state of being is ready to die.
We can
No,
fix this.
You'll probably be fine.
That's not even Alvina.
It's fine. We can fix it.
We can take them.
We can take him. Hey, if
Mhm.
we bring
Course we
it
can.
back, you think we can eat it?
Oh,
No,
We-
no.
we-
Oh, yeah, that's... Well, maybe.
I mean, first thing we can do is lob the troll bombs at them.
We've only got one.
Yeah, we've got one.
Troll.
I'd rather
lob-
save it for something more important.
Fair enough.
Also, if it actually wins, I don't want a random troll now being the problem in this cavern. It's like we've replaced it with a different problem.
We got rid
But
of the
you know
main
what
problem.
it is.
We do know what it is, but I think a rabies troll isn't much better.
Never did find out what happened to those first three.
No, we didn't. You're right.
No.
They are the new Oni King. 3 trolls and a trench coat.
That's a big trench coat.
3 rabid trolls.
Three
in a
rabbit,
trench coat.
3 multi-headed rabbit trolls in the trench coat.
Alright, everyone who is preparing for this journey, go ahead and place yourselves on the map in the top left, as you are taken down to the lowest level
I don't know where
of
we are.
the deep well.
Oh, we're not on the map yet. We have to drag ourselves in, right?
I'm there.
That is correct. So drag yourself onto the map. If
Yeah.
you're already on the map, move yourself onto the map into the top left, as the tunnel to Iron Core is blocked off by the small wooden pallet on the map.
Can you summon in the Hydras, because apparently we don't have models attached to their character sheet.
And this is how the point feels right now.
Giant!
Massive.
And Alvina is still feeling hungry, probably. She's just eaten possibly 5 or 6, actually probably about 7 or 8 times her body weight, and is still fine and not looking in any way changed.
God damn it, I'm tiny again.
Yeah, we're all small.
Blank one.
No, I'm
Most
tiny.
of you are.
The blank one, that's why I didn't summon the Hydras then, because a couple of them are blank. I
Blank
imagine it
ones
might
have
be
been
sawed off.
started.
Yeah, sort of.
Oh.
It does have a thingy now.
We've got the.
Do we have the Guardians with us? Do we want to take them, or do we want to save them for later?
I don't think they'll fit down this tunnel.
They will. They're the same
Does-
size
I
as the
mean,
Hydras.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say they're
Oh,
going
yeah,
to be
it's a big
quite
tunnel.
cumbersome.
I'm
I'm just
taking my
wondering if
guardian
we,
with
I'm
me.
just wondering if we want to take the Guardians
Yeah.
with us.
So, sort of does have a like token now somewhere.
Is it not attached to them?
A lot of them aren't attached to their character sheets.
No, it's still, yeah, it's attached to them.
Is it? Oh yeah. It's just not on the on like the
Okay.
Preview image.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's quite cool.
It's a nice one. Did I summon Abigail's?
Yeah, Avisa.
Yeah.
Did I have...
How far down the tunnel was this thing?
It
Day.
is a day's journey on foot or half a day's journey on mount.
Yeah, which is why we're doing
Okay.
it. In the
So Point Bot would have run out by then.
Yeah. And so will the 3 bandits and a bandit chief.
Yes.
Which it turns out
Well-
that was what our backup dancers were, by the way, Chris.
Appropriate.
They can only move 30 feet from the card itself, and you can't move the card, so...
And here's another mount, since not all of you can fit on the Hydras.
Yeah.
How big were the Hydras? Were they large or huge?
They were... Give me a second, I've got their character sheet. That's
Okay.
They're
Remember
huge
that.
because I could
Huge.
throw them as a gigantic.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They are young, but they're still big.
I almost forget. Oh, that's what I was doing. I was checking if I actually had minis for the Guardians.
We definitely do. I just don't know where they are.
Did have them.
Yeah, they're on the ship map. I just used colored blank ones.
Mm.
Yeah.
And Drax gets stays.
Yeah.
He thought about it and was like, nah,
Yeah. G2.
I'll just stay on the ship.
Do I have my? I don't actually have my Guardian stat block. Give me a sec.
I'm also pretty sure I've adjusted them to actually reflect the fact that they are character items now and not monsters.
They're under
So-
new ownership.
They're under new ownership, so one sec, I need to check if I adjusted the Guardian stat block. They will also be support, so they won't actually use their full Guardian stat block anyway.
Yeah.
And they have a passive support, as well as they will have an attack that will effectively be their transfer of life.
Meh.
Mhm.
We have a stealth assassin.
Mhm.
But for the sake of not completely breaking the game in terms of healing, they now only have 45 transferable hit points.
Okay.
After 45, they blow up. So if they get to 0 hit points or they take 45 damage for you, they will explode.
Yeah, they don't have the current abilities on there, but there we go. I see the being built. So yeah.
I'll go add that in a second. But yes, pay attention to, I guess, whose is attached to what. I've currently set all of their hit points at 45.
Mhm.
And I'll write the thing here. But pretty much if they are within, what was it, 120 foot? You know, I might also lower that to 60.
I'm about to
to
say,
make
can you
it-
please lower that if they are going to explode when they hit 0?
Yeah, I'll flesh this out in a second. I'll get it down before you get to the actual boss battle.
Cheers.
But with that, the party is able to set up. Why don't you describe to me amongst yourselves what arrangement you're having, who's in the car or cars, if you're getting multiple, who's on the Hydras, how are you progressing down the tunnels as a small caravan of people?
Alvina, Abigail, and I imagine Assassin are all on Susie up front. I imagine. Because Assassin likes to live in Alvina's bag. So... Alvina definitely would want to be at the front, so she can keep eyes on the corridor. And also, when we see any sign of this thing, we're gonna stop and let her commune with nature, right? To see if we can get any information about this thing. That reminds me, did our info about the spider thing? Did we know what type of thing it is? Was that in our info with the 35 from
It was a
Fade?
cracked armored spider.
You know that it is a monstrosity. type.
Monstrosity. That was what I was wondering. Because it means I can check for certain things with the commune with nature. So for the purposes of that. Okay. So that's my input. But does anyone else have anything? Where does everyone else want to be?
I think everybody else can go in the car.
Yeah, I mean, that's where fuck you was going to go.
Yeah, the point will probably be
Losing
riding
the
on the
car.
back of his guardian.
Just being carried, like baby carried, I imagine.
Guardian surf as well.
I imagine the guardian for Alvina's guardian would be just floating behind Susie.
Sitting in my usual seat in the car, it is still sticky with honey.
Yeah, we'll need to get a valet to clean the car.
Oh, if I may, I'm plugging out of my leg, like a vacuum attachment, and I'm just going through
I mean,
while we're driving, just the seat that I'm on.
the car is like brand new when it's resummoned, so.
Yeah, but
Has it
Fade
been-
Seat is still honey.
Yeah,
It's
It's a
just
choice.
it's just
I'm-
contained to Fade seat now. It's not everywhere else.
yeah. I'm just I'm vacuuming it using a vacuum that plugs out of my leg,
I imagine it's not very effective.
casting prestidigitation.
Yeah,
All I'm
but
imagining now is
right.
just Crichton.
Crichton. Crichton.
Well, with his groinal attachment.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, James, it's no longer part of your leg. It's part of your third leg.
I haven't thought about what they're like.
I think it's
there, and
best
I'm
not
not
to.
going to.
Gonna
I
be.
think many
there's no time like
One
the
Oni
present.
arm. They have one
They're it-
Oni arm.
they-
They have one fire elemental arm, and they have a robot leg.
There's a great time like the present. It's called Never. Yeah. So,
So are we all happy as we chottle down the corridor?
thanks. So let's put.
All right. In that case, I think the first thing that happens is eventually, I imagine you'll stop when you see the first find of spider webs,
Yeah.
and will want to do your various abilities or prep. Where, from what you remember from your deep dive into Barry's memory, it wasn't that long after they encountered the first webs that they actually encountered the creature. It's a little bit difficult to tell an exact time given the nature of the memories and the fact that you're getting them secondhand. but you're probably estimating about 5 to 10 minutes after you saw the first webs is when the creature attacked.
But yeah, we see the first images, and I imagine... Is it dim light, you said, right? The whole cavern? Or is it pitch black?
It'd be pitch black. There's no source of light other than what they were using as like headlights.
Okay. By the way, so the idea that we had, because I remember this from the other week, they got told that it attacks the ones with light first, right?
That it seems to be drawn to the light as a vocal point. It seems to have. It seems to deliberately attack the light. Yes.
Yeah.
Almost like a disdain for the light.
I think it attacks the light. If we were to throw things ahead of us or confuse it.
Possibly, yeah. Okay, so also, does anyone? What was it? Does anyone have the light spell or cantrip?
I do have
Does
a
Gwen
light.
not have it?
Yep.
I have light and I have catapult. So
Yeah.
if we want to get something lit far away,
Exactly, that's my thought. Also, possibly if we could do it as last resort, if we run out of things to yeet, because I think we should kill this thing, or at least do a damn good try. Because otherwise, it's gonna just live in this corridor, and we're gonna have to deal with it on the way back, or they're gonna just be fucked forever.
true.
So I think we have to deal with it somehow.
In that case, I'm going to spend early my hero's inspiration, and everybody gets 20 temp hit points.
Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah. Cheers.
20, you said, right?
100 hit points.
Yep.
Nice. I'm at 137 currently.
20, and you get a D8 to use for something useful.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm currently 121 then.
Oh, wow.
117.
Nice.
I'm finally over 100.
Hey!
I mean, the
Finger
8,
of Death.
yeah, the 8 from the Hero's Feast took me just over the 100.
Yeah, the Hero's Feast took me to 117. So, yeah,
I mean,
97.
oh, close.
So you have 20 hit points more than me. Nice.
My base is 109. So yeah, Alvina's gonna use Commune Nature and ask her spirit dragon. Right. Knowledge of 3 facts of your choice, only the following subjects relate to the area. Obviously, prevalent animal, I will call it, because it literally says animal. So it's location as of this moment. We know how big it is. If it has any... I'm not certain if this will work, really. It's gain knowledge of 3 facts of my choice about any of the objects. If it is in any way injured, and if it has any notable... At least one, I'll go with for ease of not just obviously giving away all its secrets to meta it. If it has anything that noteworthy is hurt to buy, we'll go with any particular... It turns out it's flammable, that kind of stuff.
This is for prevalent plants, minerals, animals, or peoples.
Oh, would the... Actually, instead of the if it's injured one, would I be able to get information about the webbing?
This one's...
'Cause that's what it's an odd one, the webbing. 'Cause I have an idea, but it's not it's not exactly how it is. So if I can't find info on the webbing thing, then I'll ask if it's got any injuries or anything like that. If I can get info on the webbing, I'd prefer to know if the webbing... any way to remove the webbing, essentially.
Mostly trying to figure out if there be any reason not to just count it as a beast other than technicality? Is it still within the flavor and spirit?
Yeah, 'cause it's not say beast, it says animal is the way, so it's
Yeah, but then
it's not exactly, it's a weird one.
it's because it then goes on to like powerful celestials, fae, fiends, elementals, and dead. So clearly it cares about type.
Yeah.
And animals generally denotes
I think
Then
animal would be
that you count as animals.
yeah, I think animal would be not basically not a civilized like race. Like I'd possibly this is my one. I'd maybe consider dragon as animal, but that's about as far
I
as
think
You saying dragons are not civilized?
I think they would
intelligent.
think very differently to
Yes,
you.
intelligence. Yes, civilized. No.
I mean, chromatics, no. Metallics, yes.
Chromatics are civilized, just in their own brutal way.
Yeah, everything's civilized in the right way.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with intelligence as an indicator of this,
That's it. That's fair.
and because it does not have a bestial amount of intelligence, it actually
Okay.
has quite a surprisingly large amount of intelligence.
Okay.
I am not going to define it as a animal.
Okay, that's it. That's fair.
You're telling me it's
what was
red
your-
books.
What is Alvina's intelligence?
7.
It is more intelligent than
I was
Alvina.
about to say, I'm not surprised
Wow.
it's more intelligent than Alvina.
Can it talk?
Entirely possible.
Who knows? Who knows?
I mean, just because you can talk doesn't mean to say you're intelligent.
That is very
Ah.
true. That is very true.
What was your second question?
I mean, look at Love
It'd be
Island.
if anything that can get rid of the webbing.
Anything gets rid of the webbing. I'm gonna give you this one, predominantly because I'm kind and generous. I want to give you something from the spell.
Yeah, because the third one's not going to work either. So
Yeah, it's a weird one because it's technically a monstrosity.
yeah, it's too smart to be an animal essentially, which is fair.
The webbing itself. Let me we gotta go actually check those stat blocks. There's conditions here. Web strand. Alright, so it is magical webbing that can ensnare vehicles or people.
Yep.
And is immune to damage and can only be removed if the magic is suppressed, as if by the dispel magic or anti-magic field spells.
Okay.
Does that mean to all
Yeah.
damage?
Yes.
Yeah.
It can
can't-
only be dispelled.
It's basically
Okay.
it's basically ethereal webbing, but not.
It is the web is impervious to damage.
So, does that mean if you have Black Arcanite Shield, you can cut it?
Ooh, that's an interesting.
I mean, the real question is first, does anybody have
Ah,
them?
Black Arcanite.
Right, who's been in Landward's garden? Get out.
I'm gonna say yes because that's within the flavor of it goes past the magic. I'm gonna say it's the magic that is protecting it.
It's a good thing I brought them.
So anti-magic. It's basically anti-magic will get rid of the stuff.
So, if we had any Blue Arcanite or Black Arcanite, that would do the same sort of kind of stuff, mechanically.
Yes. Mechanically, yes.
Oh wait, artificers have Arcanite tools because it's canon that they have to use blue or black Arcanite when they're working on potent magical things that could go boom.
They do, but it would not be of a sufficient quantity or sharpness to act as a weapon
Yes,
because they're tools. Mechanically,
All I'm
it
saying
does
is they
not
have
be.
the right tool for the job.
And I'm just saying, mechanically,
we
it doesn't
could
count as
weave
a
the
weapon.
web.
You can make it
Hey,
into some
apparently
nice.
it's
You can make it
yeah.
into a
Got the right
nice
tool for the
shirt.
job.
You can make it into a nice shirt, but it's not helpful.
It's a shirt that's impervious to damage.
It's
It just it becomes nothing when you dispel magic on it.
True.
Okay, that's good to know.
Whisper in there. Is it the point that's breathing into their mic this time? Somebody's breathing in their mic.
I ain't breathing, so.
Yeah, it's not Lou
Lou,
this time.
Lou is
I moved
breathing.
myself, so
Neil's dead.
We knew this.
I've also
I'm undead.
I've also actually gone ahead and updated the Golden Guardians so they actually have their support round abilities. They've got a defensive passive, which is their Warding Guardian. That was when they're 60 feet off their master. The master gains a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws, has immunity to all damage. However, each time they would take damage, regardless of resistance or immunity, the Guardian takes it instead. This effect is suspended if they are outside 60 foot, and they explode if they are reduced to 0.
Okay.
Because it means you have to actually care. That's your punishment for having such powerful defense. You have to care about them going to 0.
Yeah, which I'd say is very, very fair. Also, Alvinus is probably going to die very fast, but it'll be worth it.
As well as
It's
they
the price
have
of a responsible owner.
Yep, exactly. Gotta teach you guys how to take care of your guardian golems.
Hey, I'm taking care of my Hydra so far.
Susie.
Yeah, I'm taking care of Susie.
You can't even remember her name.
I did actually. I wasn't
How
even gonna.
responsible is that?
Well, I wasn't even gonna say it. I was gonna say my Hydra. I was going to say my Hydra. I do remember the name of my own pets.
It also has an attack option that is Life Drain. It only gets 1 attack because the attack's quite powerful.
Yep.
+9 to hit. It does 4d8 +6 radiant damage, and it regains hit points equal to half that, or it can transfer that regained amount of hit points to its master if they are within warding range. The target can also then no longer regain hit points until the end of the Guardian's next turn, which would be whatever support round is used.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, then, so now we've dealt with the bookkeeping.
Yeah.
We've dealt with you pinging the creature at the distance. Is there anything else anyone would like to do before you begin moving through the webbed territory? And I'll place you on the new map.
I'd like to ask, so who can get rid of magic in this group?
I don't believe I can dispel magic.
I could have if I thought to take it.
I mean, I could probably tell you what kind of magic it is.
Yeah, I'm about baking magic, not.
Right,
rid of
so don't get caught in the web.
When I
It's a good start.
yes, yeah, I can cast dispel magic.
Thank God we have at least one person. I was like, we are so boned. That's Susie, she's up front.
But
I mean, I was
am
actually thinking about taking the dispel magic. But
I am a half caster now.
Mhm.
So
And where's
Don't-
It's
Assassin?
gone dark.
just don't.
Where's
just
Assassin?
don't.
Because they're supposed to be here too.
Unless you put them on the map, they probably haven't.
I don't
Or
have
on the map.
I don't have Assassin's thing. Give me a sec. I'll put them on.
That's fine. I've got it here. Here we go.
Hello.
Hello.
Ah,
Oh.
I noticed you joined.
Heh.
Ooh.
If
you
I'm
missed
Ooh,
all the
ooh.
roleplay and are just here right in time for combat.
yeah.
Oh, my favorite.
You almost missed your amazing deal as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why
what?
doesn't everyone bring them up to speed for the next 5-10 minutes while I quickly prep some stuff?
Yeah, you basically got more or less any memories you wanted out of the guy.
You remember Barry?
Yeah.
You basically got all his memories.
Some
And I
terrible
didn't
memories as well.
and I didn't mess him up, right?
Not to my
Barry's
knowledge.
Okay.
Maybe.
Alright, Zormir's giving him his cards.
Yeah.
He's gonna help him.
He's gonna patch the holes
Oh,
that you
okay.
did.
Oh no.
And
He
what
was
we're
already
fighting-
traumatized before that, so it's
What
not
we're
your
f-
fault.
What we're fighting is a giant meteor crab spider.
Okay.
Asteroid.
A meteor and asteroid, basically the same thing. Just one's moving.
No, they're not.
Anyway, it's a big crab
We
spider.
can still use Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And,
Oh no,
So
the
we're gonna use summon Bruce Willis,
and he's gonna
Um,
deal with it.
whilst fuck you and the point play some Aerosmith in the background.
Yeah, no one to miss a single thing.
No.
And we had a cool map of possibly all the deities that are in the realm.
Oh yeah, you missed the points. Amazing concert.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Alvina ate possibly like half the town's food supply.
if
There's
if
no
you
man.
agree
To be
it-
fair, she did
Someone
deserve
listening
that after what she did.
if Assassin agreed to it, they transferred the memory of the point eating some ribs to Fade.
Also,
I didn't.
Fade could
I didn't.
actually enjoy
Yeah.
ribs. That's
Yep.
cute.
Yeah.
I will accept this.
You're now my new assistant for dealing any trauma people now.
Oh no,
Yes,
you
you've got a
shouldn't.
new job.
Assistant
Honestly,
psychologist.
assigning
Memory
the
extraction.
assigning the Eldritch Horror being to be the assistant psychologist is a terrible idea.
It's a
Let's go.
Oh,
No, no,
also,
it's a terribly
By
good idea.
dealing with any trauma cases, do you mean causing them or?
yes.
A bit of both.
Also, you know the backpack. This is out of random curiosity. You know the backpack full of water that the point that you got made. How you're a big fan of that, right, Assassin?
Yeah.
You'd say it's important to you.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you want to go on a fire dream to go and possibly punch the gods of flame and to get infinite power with me and fuck you and the random pyromancy lass from the village?
I mean, yes, but
Cool.
I don't know how that relates to the backpack.
Don't worry about it. Just, it's really important to you. That's very important.
The three of them have
But
a
it's
cunning
very
plan.
important to you.
Ominous.
I have many fears.
And they're
Whatever
justified.
so.
They are very.
Like-
Completely and utterly justified.
Don't worry.
For some,
If it works,
you've managed to instill fear in Assassin, and that's saying something.
don't worry. If it works, the four of us will become gods. If it doesn't work, we'll never know.
Because
But
we're
just
gonna be
know this,
dead,
Yeah.
right?
The three of them are super hyped
Oh.
to be doing this.
Don't worry. Your body will be perfectly intact. I'm fairly sure.
Remember what she said?
You know,
You
the-
die in the dream, you die.
That's why the body will be perfectly intact.
see, the thing
Yes,
is
but-
that
We'll have
the
a-
phrase, no, at no time has anyone uttered the phrase "the body will be perfectly intact" that hadn't made the other person more afraid.
Yeah.
No one has ever been settled by that phrase.
Yes, sir, the body's intact.
Yeah. The body perfectly fine. What about the rest of it? What the rest of it?
I mean, has everybody seen the latest season of Stranger Things?
Not yet.
Yep.
No,
Not
no.
yet.
I also haven't seen the
Spoil.
previous three.
Any of it?
No,
Nope.
give it to yourself.
Shh.
Fair enough.
No, this
Yeah,
is
we're
a
out
no
to catch up.
spoiler stream.
That's what I was asking.
And
Yeah,
no,
it's like-
because we're streaming.
Yeah. I was streaming.
It is in fact a no spoiler stream.
Exactly. All right. Well, now that we've brought Assassin up to date with the most vital of the informations,
Mhm.
I also really, I also
still
really
have
like the
concerns.
idea that any single time anyone will reference Assassin while Chris is playing them, that if I'm playing them and you reference something that Chris did, I will just fully adamantly be like, "Are you sure this wasn't another?"
Another assassin.
Like, are you sure? I don't know. That sounds like an imposter. I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't call Zomir a sucker?
Chris said it would be fine.
You wouldn't make
No,
a
that's
snarky
fair.
remark.
I mean,
I mean,
that's
at least
fair.
not one that
Yeah.
Assassin would have made.
You wouldn't be able to jump into someone's memories and find out that they got attacked by a giant asteroid spider.
I mean, all of this sounds fair. That does sound like something I'd do.
And he did get some wet, sticky stuff across the side of his head.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know if he
I'd say,
thought that.
I'd say that counts, right? I'd say that's fair.
the answer is blood. It was blood, everyone. It was blood. All right. Let's
I actually thought it was
go.
webbing, not gonna
What
lie.
else could it have been?
I was thinking, does the webbing have memory properties?
No, I thought it was the memory of him getting like web attached to the side of his head.
Nah, because it happened just after he got rolled around in the cart and banged his head.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, he fell
Yeah,
over
it's-
and banged his head and cracked his skull. What about
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
Did
he had,
you
a,
not
he had a
get?
concussion.
I
He was-
I didn't get that by the fact I went to the bathroom or to get a shoe bond. It was one of
so
the
you
two.
missed that bit.
I possibly missed the rolling around part.
That's fair.
The
But-
party continues through the dark corridors. You can see the webbing above you in clusters, the sheen of magic across them with that silvery copper hint to it. As you continue through, what would the party like to do? You are now on the map.
Beyond
Fuck
the...
you,
Yeah,
he's got
I-
his rapier drawn.
Yeah, both of Alvina's swords are drawn. She is staring with her feet.
It is fair. Assassin, you were going to say something?
I didn't know where the map was. Don't worry, I found it.
Yeah.
Bottom left.
Yeah. I was just you saying you can see the spider webs. So you're now on the map, and me being like, "What
like-
the fuck, spider webs?"
It's dark
And
in
then-
here.
Yeah, I was like,
I
"It's
thought I
really
had dark
dark in
vision."
here."
Gwen has passed the controller over to Fade to actually steer the car because the lights are now off.
Oh, fair point.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hope Fade can see in the dark.
Oh, yeah. Assassin, do you have the light cantrip?
Let me check my cantrip. No,
No? Cool. Good to know.
I have minor illusion. I don't know if that does light or if it just does
No.
vibes.
Bye.
Yeah, then there you go. That's it.
Can
Not
Gwen
nothing
not
from me.
use that?
I can, but I don't want to get attacked first.
It's checking who has it, essentially.
No, I've got it and I can use it.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
checking
The
to
light
see.
is also a touch spell, so you can put it on someone else.
Do you think the spider takes calls?
Probably.
I mean, it's difficult to say, but you never know.
Oh, that's fair. Something to bear in mind.
So yes, would anyone like to head further ahead of the party, or would you like to move as a unit?
I think we should move as a unit.
Unit's probably better.
Big, easy to hit unit.
Yeah.
Big
Does-
easy hit unit. As
Does
is,
the car headlights and do I have them on at the back of the group as I drive slowly?
Nope.
There's no light.
no,
Oh,
you
no.
can turn off all the lights of the walking car.
Also,
FYI, Assassin,
Yeah.
the spider webs, they're basically invulnerable.
oh,
Dispel magic gets rid of them,
Um,
nothing else, basically.
which I also don't
Yeah.
have.
It's okay,
But
Fade has
the-
dispel magic.
the important thing was, did we have a hero's feast?
Yeah.
Did I
Yes,
hear?
we did.
Yes, you did.
Did my elf
you-
eyes not deceive me?
So yeah, 8
Increase
plus
max
to your
health
max, and then
Ooh.
20 temp.
from Gwent.
I'm-
And the
I'm
D8.
sorry to say that Assassin does not get
Okay.
20
No.
because I can only do so many people, and
Fair enough.
you weren't
There's too
here.
many.
No, that's fair. It does.
I-
It does bring my max HP up to 75, which is nice.
Nice.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Squishy squid.
Very squishy. It's fine, they live in a backpack most of the time, they'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm chill. I'll outlive all you fuckers.
Probably.
I know what I
Except fuck you.
Oh, well.
Yeah, fuck using
Oh yeah, yeah, except fuck you.
Oh, I also thought
So
of
that's
another
fair.
reason why we should all definitely stick together.
Go on.
We can't be surprised if you're in 30 feet of me.
Alright. Perfect.
Can we even cram all of us within a 30-foot radius of you?
Don't know, we can try!
That's a great question. Lucky it's a radius, so it's technically 60-foot diameter. If,
Yeah.
well, Mina's also at the front,
So,
so, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then I'll be in the middle.
Is there a possibility?
It just means pick up the pace!
As a
It's
car
alright,
full of
Assassin's
people,
in Alvina's bag.
Yes, that's
2 hydras, some floating huge golden golem guardians, and a bunch of noids begin making their way through the dark tunnel.
Yeah, we're all within 30 feet of Alvina.
barely.
Anyone who's within 10 feet of me also gains a +2 to anything they are proficient in. Attacks, saves, checks.
What attacks?
So- Yes, you're
Oh.
proficient in attacks, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm just surprised it works for attacks.
So,
Barely, if I'm
higher
honest.
so passive perceptions may go up
Yes, it does,
Yeah.
actually. By
Which
2,
is
did
very-
you say?
by 2, by half my proficiency.
Nice.
Well, my passive perception is 25, finally.
17. I'll take 17. 17's pretty good.
Oh, only 25.
Oh, yeah.
It's a shame. You're not quite at Lorcan
Only-
levels
I mean,
yet.
that sucks.
You're not at Lorcan
Only
level.
while hanging out with Fade. You have to. The cost is you have to be within 10 feet of Fade.
Yeah, that's only 10.
No, Alvin is definitely not.
Everybody's scrambling to get 10 feet of fade.
No, Alvin is happily sitting at the front still.
Yeah,
As you continue through the corridors, or continue through the tunnel, these massive cavernous tunnel, you notice what appears to be the lip of maybe a chasm or some sort of dip where you just see blackness ahead. And then just above it, about, I'll say 90 feet above, you can see what looks to be the bottom part of some sort of overhang passage. So you can see a kind of thick 10-foot ledge above you, about 90 feet up.
I could fly up there with a rope.
To clarify, that's to your right, as well as the passage continuing to the north.
Ah, okay.
Oh, also, we can just. How far is that like blackness gap? Is that like just
that is that there.
that is the size? The Hydra can make that.
15 feet.
No, they can.
To clarify, it also goes underneath this bridge, effectively, that goes above it. So this here is part of a massive cavern that you can see stretching out into the distance at the extent of your dark vision.
Oh, so it's not a gap with a wall, but at the other side of it. It's a bridge.
So yeah, this
Okay,
this
that's
wall here is the bridge 90 feet above you.
Gotcha. Then
It's an underpass.
Yeah, the thing continues to the north in an underpass, which I'm just gonna read all of this. This here isn't a wall; it's an underpass because the map only does so well. For you.
3D, yeah, I get you.
Gonna put a little
bit of shading underneath this.
There you go.
You are here.
This way to
is-
imminent doom.
Here you go. That's a tunnel. There's
That
a
way
tunnel.
to ambush.
Okay.
See, that's where the picture of Roadrunner is.
However, this webbing here goes halfway over the tunnel entrance, effectively, blocking your passage to only a 3-foot gap at the base and like a 10-foot gap above, as it kind of diagonally cuts in. So you'd either have to remove it if you wanted to try and get your car through, or you'd have to try and steer kind of up and around it somehow. There is, like I said, also the bridge 90 feet up you can go up to, or there is this bottomless pit of a chasm.
Bottomless pit, you say?
Yes.
Don't put it to
Where
the
the fuck?
test, Lou.
Well, Alvina can yeet everybody across.
More importantly, at this point, is anyone currently got any light activated? And everyone go ahead and give me your stealth checks.
Other than Alvina's just natural glow, which I don't think actually shines in the dark, thankfully.
No.
As you have
No.
entered into the lair of the shattered or asteroid spider.
Oh, I did roll perception by accident, sorry.
Oh, I rolled crap.
You did!
Yep.
Yeah, it's
I rolled well.
I also rolled pretty bad. Though, considering the rest of the party, I think I did alright!
Alright, let's see. Nat 20 is in the critical failures. Cancel each other out as 2 fails and successes.
I've got a
Assuming they
feeling
make the DC.
I've got a feeling we failed.
I think only 2 of you actually passed.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Mine would be an 18 because I'm next to
in
fade, if it
In that
helps.
case, I'm going to use my destiny point. to
Yeah.
roll that.
I can
I think I might
possibly
need
do
mine.
something as well.
I think I might need mine later, is my one. Oh yeah, does anyone have Pass Without Trace, by the way?
Oh, for fuck's
I think
sake. Come
Fade's
on.
got that.
Oh,
I don't have it anymore.
Oh, okay.
Fate's decided.
Fate decided that one, yeah, Jesus.
yeah.
Yeah.
You are stealthing.
Time to test if fuck you really is immortal.
God damn it, whoever keeps disconnecting, stop it, it's fucking up my UI.
That was an ability check, wasn't it?
It was, yes.
Okay. So I'm going to use my Pact of the Talisman.
Hey!
I can add a D4 to the roll.
Oh yeah, we've also got the heroes thingy as well.
You
but
do
I
have the
won't
hero
say
die,
that.
but it's in that one.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter for ability checks.
I know, but it's just bad.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
still a 12.
Yeah, but it's 2 nat
I
ones.
mean, it's 11.
The universe is telling you stuff.
Yeah. So adding the D4, that takes it to 15.
Okay. As you are heading through the darkness, you hear a scuttling from the distance, echoing across. You can hear something shifting, pebbles or dust raining down the wall, small bit of debris or rubble dislodged.
Alvina's gonna,
Something has stirred in the lair of this beast.
Alvina's gonna hand the reins to Abby.
Just everyone looks round at Fukyu. Fade says, "Fool of a goblin."
Yeah, I'm still more sneakier than you.
No, you're not.
Not actually.
Not at this point, but usually I am.
Usually. Yeah.
Usually, yes.
That's something Fucky would say.
Ooh, no.
Am I supposed to sneak?
Yeah, Fade's about as
Yeah.
sneaky as that rock.
I say into my backpack, yes.
Yes.
Ah. My stealth.
Hey, nice.
Oh, damn.
Yay.
I imagine it's not enough to stop it
See,
from stirring.
Assassin's
but-
sneakier than Fade.
I like to think that in the backpack I'm less sneaky because I came out and was like, should I be sneaky? And then was like, yay, and then went back into the backpack.
And that's how you're sneaky. It's like,
Yeah.
you're in a backpack.
You're like a snail. You just go back into your shell and you hide.
Other than that, nothing happens. You hear the stirring, but as you brace, anticipating, waiting, nothing attacks.
Which direction is it?
To the north.
Mhm.
Well, to the north.
The way we're going.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Because, you know, it's the only way into the lair.
It's like knocking on someone's door and hearing movement behind it. Well, let's keep going. But yeah, Alvina is basically braced to leap on the back of Susie. She's basically surfing now.
Would you like to continue towards the tunnel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do so. Now remember, the tunnel is partially blocked by a strands of webbing that is kind of bottlenecking the passage through into only a 5 or 10 foot to 15 foot gap at the exact top. How would you like to steer your party through it?
Well, can
Ramming speed.
Oh, wait,
We know they're indestructible.
No, wait.
the Gwentmobile's the only thing that can't actually maneuver around it. 'cause
Exactly.
The
Gwentmobile's the
gold
problem.
things
No,
can
no.
hover and fly, and
Can we just
Wait a
check
minute.
something?
I was just going to
You
say,
see,
can we have the two
The
guardians?
webs are attached to the floor. Can we just dig under them and then move the web that way?
Is it rock?
It would be rock. You are underground.
Okay, but you've got a massive sword. You can chip away at some rock to try before we get out of the car and I don't have a metal can surrounding me anymore.
Not safely. Also, it tore straight through metal like it was paper.
So you think it goes into the ground, the webbing?
Oh, I was just meaning, why don't... Is it a small, fully rock corridor that is being bottlenecked? Or is it like a crevasse to one side and then a pathway that has webbing blocking half of it?
okay.
That's a good point. It would be a crevasse to one side.
Guardian, carry it around.
There goes me doing something horrifying for the car.
This is the easiest way. Let's
Good
just
horrifying
go
or
around
bad?
it.
Oh, but I also need animal handling checks for the hydras.
Yeah, that's fair.
It'll be a low DC, but it'll be hilarious if we fail. So DC 12.
Oh, it doesn't say. It doesn't say it has to be a person.
Damn.
I don't have
That's
animal
good.
Oh,
handling.
not walling creature.
Actually, wait a minute. Can I have Abby do it because she's the one actually steering?
Yes, you can have Abby.
Thank you. Wait, oh, actually, wait a minute.
It's less than 3.
It might be less than 3, but I just went, oh shit, I literally did just say that can Abby, is Abby's steering. Hey,
No, that's better.
thank you, Abby.
16 for you. 16 succeeds.
Yeah.
And then whoever is maneuvering Gregor, I imagine Zormir.
It was on my golden thing.
Wow. Who is steering Gregor?
Who's steering
Lou,
Gregor?
Lou, currently you're the only person who hasn't said where they're sitting. See, do you want the pet hydra?
Sure, why not?
Yeah. Go on, Lou.
Let's see. Animal handling. This might not be too bad, actually.
Hey,
19.
Hey.
that's better than Zormir's ever rolled for animal handling, I think. So it's your hydra now. I think Greg is yours now.
Well, that's why I figured Zormir would have rolled badly and not you.
She's just hungry. Again.
You
Yeah,
want
she-
that?
Takes after her
It takes
adopted
after
mother.
her owner, yes,
Mother.
exactly. Yes.
Do you want that, Lou?
Do I want Gregor?
Yes.
If you're willing to hand him over to somebody else, that's very kind of you.
Yes. I mean, I'm more attuned to Guardian than
It'll be nice to have
animals.
It'll be nice to have someone else helping me feed them. I say they
I feed the
whisper.
damn thing.
No, you don't. I've been feeding them for weeks. You walked in once and went, oh, I forgot something, and walked out and never came back.
I brought the damn food for them.
And?
We're not having this argument right now.
That's very kind of you, Zormir. I shall take good care of him.
Good. Here's the whistle.
I whistle. What point do I whistle?
Don't.
Just to.
They don't have ears.
No, I point to I whistle.
Ah,
Yeah.
Well, I was using to train the damn thing.
They don't have ears, you realise that, right?
That explains why they're so shitty trained.
Yeah, they're snakes.
I mean, snakes do have ears. So.
yeah.
they feel vibrations, they don't actually have proper ears.
I thought they had sort of almost internal ears.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, they don't have sound, really. You can shout at a snake all day, it won't care.
I mean, it might still attack you,
I mean, yeah, but that's not because of the
whether
sound.
it can hear you or
Yeah, it's not
not.
because of the sound. But yeah, we are.
Does this really matter right now?
No.
Let's go.
I'm waiting for Chris to. We're allowing Chris time to plan our doom.
Oh,
I'm just
let's
saying,
play.
the,
I think Chris has already planned our doom.
yes.
But yeah, I think we've managed to navigate that with hilarity.
A Zormir with the lowest self score. You suddenly get a tingle at the back of your head, a shiver down your body, a warning from a magical weapon,
Yay!
as you can feel like a spidey sense, something shooting towards you. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Check save. Alright.
So is this coming from a bow of warning?
It's come from fucking like 5 people's different war weapons of warning.
Yeah.
You should see
Oh,
multiple
12.
alarms blaring in your head. Let's have a look here. This will be the passive attack.
Passive attack.
For the DC, that is.
Oh, right.
Did you see any kind of blue lights, Zormir?
That's concussion.
Zormir, would
Because
you,
that's
like
a
to,
warning.
would you like to do anything before I announce the results?
Yeah. I'm gonna spend the D8.
The hero. Oh,
7.
19.
Nice. 19.
19. 19 just makes it.
Oh,
Ooh.
As suddenly a strand of webbing just misses you as you're able to throw yourself out of the way and shoots into a small cluster of rocks just beyond you. And suddenly that cluster of rocks is ziplined straight back into the darkness.
good to know. It's got a grappling
Was it an
hook.
attack?
Oh, heck.
Was that an attack at me?
It was an ability at you that required a saving throw.
Don't just
Alright.
stand there, fucking run.
What would the party like to do? Seemingly something has just tried to grappling hook you.
Can I look off in that direction, see if I can't see it?
It looked like it was coming from up on the ledge 90 feet above you, and as you glance up,
Yep.
you see a small bit of dust of cloud of debris kind of falling over the ledge, but nothing up there anymore.
Let's get to it.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming down.
It's not. It's doing
Oh,
hit
it's
and run
running
attacks.
further away.
It's on the upper
Hoping
level.
we'll follow.
It's on the upper level, and it wants to be ambushing us, so it's going to keep moving around and attacking us. We need to get to somewhere where we can actually fight it and not be in a small cluster.
Yeah, we don't want to be bottlenecked.
This foe is beyond any of us. Run!
No.
You're in control of the car.
I hit the gas.
You hit Susie!
Come on, you stupid Hydra! Move! I
Yes,
honked the
that's
horn.
good animal handling there.
Would the party like to continue forward?
Yes, at a measured pace, not running.
Yes.
Show no fear.
Can someone cast light on a rock?
That's
I've got a
good call.
plan.
Not
I don't
charisma
have
rock.
that spell anymore.
Don't touch him. I will
point.
kill you.
Point.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast light on Charisma Rock and yeet him.
Point.
No.
No.
I'm either
No.
gonna catapult a light rock up to see if we can see it, or chuck it into the pit to see if it will go off
I was
trip.
gonna say,
Yeah,
Point, do you want to
we-
come out? Do you want to come out on front with onto Susie with us lot, and you can start like doing stuff from there where there's more open space for you to work with.
Yeah.
And also, I can start passing you shit to throw.
We don't throw our friends into bottomless chasms.
Correct, we do not.
Good
I
thing we're
mean-
not friends then. Yeet.
I mean,
How do you
I
think I
have
have no
done.
friends?
Yeah, but that's you.
Yeah, I'll come and
You have
sit up.
different rules.
But as you continue north, just kind of trying to get to the point to enact your plan, as you cast light, it lights up the north area expanse of web slightly out of. And technically it's in range, but for the sake of storytelling, you don't see it until it lights up,
Yeah.
and you see the glimmer of what looks to be half a dozen cocooned noid-sized shapes attached to them.
I don't like this. I point my MX arm out the window and say, "Should I can
Nope.
blast them?
Light.
No,
Question:
no.
do they look alive?
Are they wiggling?
They are not moving. They are fully cocooned, and there is no way to tell if they are unconscious in there.
So I was wondering if there was breathing. Say,
With passive perception, you do not believe so.
with active perception, can I
Let me
check?
see. I wonder if I use my soul scan, or whatever we've called it now, I gain an insight into a creature's relative power. I'm going to target one of the creatures in the webs, and
Okay.
if I don't even get a reading, like if it doesn't come up as tier 0 even, or tier 1,
It's probably dead.
I don't even get a reading, it's dead. Great. And it's a bonus action.
It is
So as an action, I still point my arm and ask, should I?
Is it alive?
You learn there are no souls in those corpses.
Cool.
Yeah, they're all dead.
Cool. Dispel magic, drop it into the pit if you like, but the fire's not going to do anything. Maybe save it for later.
What would the party like to do? I believe you were doing some stuff with some light.
Yeah. I'm gonna get
So-
some stone or something. Point's gonna light it and either gonna catapult it somewhere, or I'm gonna yeet it somewhere.
Yeah, so catapulting and lighting are both actions. So
That's why it's like, have me throw them.
This-
Like, just pass them to me and I'll throw them, 'cause it'll be quicker.
This could be a good place to ambush the creature. If we cast light on these cocoons, it will attack them.
You have to touch them, though, and they're in the web.
And every time you do cast light, it dulls the other one.
Oh. Does anyone have dancing lights?
I have something, but it's whether we want to do it here or not. Can we just like investigate this little area?
That's what I was thinking. Let's get a bit further.
Just a
If
touch,
the point wants to
far.
do the one light up thing and we can yeet it
Yeah, so-
as a thing while we're moving up there,
yeah, light a rock, yeet it upwards.
I'll throw it. Vroom!
Actively
which-
perceiving as they do so.
Which direction would you like to send it in?
Point, which way do you want to go? Because I'll basically throw it whichever way you want me to.
I'm gonna throw it towards where we saw the web coming from.
Like here?
Over the chasms, like here.
Oh, okay, over the chasm way. Gotcha.
So that if it does miss, it just falls into the chasm.
Yeah, that way. Then.
Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
And eventually hits something.
15, very bad for Alvina.
This isn't the catapult spell. This is just Alvina throwing it.
Yeah.
You get a +2.
17.
Oh, you're close to me? Cool.
Oh no, you're on.
Yeah,
you're
I'm on the front.
Yeah. Never mind.
As you fling it, you aren't able to quite get it high enough to get over the rising cliffside. Effectively, that is this central section, as it seems to loop around and then rise up 90 feet towards the upper section in a gradient.
Mhm.
Okay. So this segment all here is at an incline going up 90 feet towards this upper area.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, there's a map. I should probably look at it.
God damn it. But yeah, so as we do that, essentially, we'll move a bit forward, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here it goes up 90 feet.
It looks like we're doing blueprints at the moment.
As you get to this north section, you find the tunnel out of the cavern entirely blocked
Naturally.
by an expanse of webs.
Okay. We want to deal with this thing, right?
I can make light if everybody can prepare to hit something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think do we want to get to this, like, this point? Because then it wouldn't have a height advantage on us.
I can't see. It's
Oh,
dark.
should we go that way? Don't care which way, because it's higher up and it's attacking us from above.
If you are pointing, it is not useful to me.
That's why I said it doesn't matter what way. I said that.
Then lead the way, otherwise I will cast light on you.
Hey
Okay.
Gwen, does your car have a stat block?
I think it does, actually.
Oh dear.
Odd, we've never actually looked into it.
I believe it does, 'cause it's still it's like a fine steed, right? But it's just slightly different. So
I
it
think it's the
actually
same
has one.
stat block as a horse.
Oh no.
Well, it's dead.
I don't want to kill my car.
You know your car.
Yeah, that's
you know that awkward
Assassin's
moment where
job.
you know that awkward moment where your car dies.
Ah,
Because if so, I'm gonna need a dexterity saving throw.
from the car.
Point,
From
are
the
you?
car.
Point, how happy are you that I said, do you want to come up front with us?
I was riding on my Guardian anyway.
Oh, were you? I thought you were in the car.
No, it's fuck you this in the car.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Fade. Oh wait, the car has a +2 if it's proficient with dex saves.
Is the car proficient with dex saves? The question's the century.
I'm
It is,
not.
judging by the movie.
I'm not sure it does.
I don't know. It's a horse.
I will just roll a d20 and see how badly we do.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
Badly. Probably don't matter.
Yeah, we should probably get a stat block for the car though at some point.
I need everyone in front of the car
Oh, bollocks.
Uh-oh.
to roll me a dex save to get the hell out of Dodge.
Can I see it coming?
The web itself.
Just generally, because I get advantage if I can see it coming.
Oh, for danger sense, yes.
Cool.
Suddenly you just see a web shoot past you to the side. Feel the car get caught behind you.
Move. I'll just grab the reins quick and just hard right it.
Well,
Oh.
Goodbye, boy.
I'm gonna
Wait.
Destiny that one. Just trying to work out if it was worth saving the Destiny or not.
I'm
And
trying to
Heroes
see.
1
I'm trying to see if I want to do that, or if there's anything else I can do.
You're in the bag.
Did you get what I typed there?
Yeah, I'm trying to look at it now.
It's whether that bag gets ripped off.
Yeah.
And so it
Well,
just
that's
gets
what happened,
yeeted across the room.
You get taken out of the bag and
Yeah.
fly through the air.
Like Assassin pokes their head out of the bag and gets fucking clocked.
By a car.
With spell
It has hit points. It definitely has hit points.
Okay, so is the Glintmobile blown up yet?
Not yet.
I assume it's just been dragged to the ceiling.
Oh, apparently it has the stats of the vehicle, which is apparently a thing. So let's. It'd be a
The
cart.
car has car stats.
It'd be cart 5e stats.
Bob, walk me through in more detail what's your plan here, just so I can react accordingly.
Try and find it.
Is that okay? So you're just searching for it, right?
Yeah.
So what, we're searching for the spider thing?
I guess it's technically stealthing, so go ahead and give me a perception check at advantage, Bob.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw a grenade at it.
As for the rest of you, and I need the car, and whoever was in the car.
Ape.
Yep, get in the car. So you get for being in the car. The car that the creature very notoriously known for destroying vehicles.
Yep.
I'd honestly hope that someone at the front of the place would have light by now, like a torch or something.
No.
We know it's
Mhm.
backlights.
Yeah,
What was it?
and not the car.
It's
Okay.
fine. You'll get a new one.
You send it up. Since you have a rough direction and knowledge of where you believe the creature to be.
I don't know where Fade is, but Fade should also be a.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, I'm in the car.
I know, but I can't
Is
find
it
your
a deck?
model.
But
Dex save.
also, casting light, it just brings it to us. It's a terrible idea. Casting light doesn't fix the problem, it just exacerbates it.
That's why we
Yep.
chucked Lightstone down a hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fade is also in the Gwentmobile, but Fade doesn't currently have a model on the map. So.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll put them in the model in a second. Gotta make sure that everyone who's supposed to stay in the car is getting their just desserts.
I think want to stay in the car, just was in the car, cannot see. Where else can I go?
Gwent is like suddenly the car gets snatched and moves very quickly forwards.
I mean,
Gwent
I-
is like what?
You could have been on Gregor with Lou.
Fuck you.
Fine.
You can
I'm
see.
just gonna dive sideways out the car. If I,
Jump out the window!
just frantically
Tuck and
roll
roll.
down. I've had the window
Oh
roll
no,
down.
that's too big. Oh no.
I mean,
That is
I did.
Gorgeous model. Holy shit!
Oh, it's lovely. I hate it. It's lovely.
I did canonically say I had the window rolled down and my arm pointed out. I
You
just
did
dive out the
actually.
window.
Yeah.
I just dive
Is
out
the window big enough though?
Probably.
The door.
The
will be
Dukes
big
of
enough.
The
Hazard
door
bit.
comes up.
Yeah. The door will come off with me. I'll use it
As
as a
you
shield.
send your sensor forward and summon it at a distance, I'm gonna say just going to reveal this segment of area.
That is beautiful. I love that thing.
We're not
Could
adopted.
Gwen not just like unsummon
No.
it?
I don't know what's below me because I'm blind.
Oh yeah, Gwen's just fucked. Here's the thing. Point. If we find a smaller one that looks like that and not what it actually looks like. I want the model, not what it actually looks like.
Okay.
Because I just love how it looks. It's like a stone spider with glowing purple eyes. It looks amazing.
But your little sensor... Put it as green and put it like up here. So you can see behind it. Is that good?
Yeah.
For that though, I also needed to check, I was doing a car smashing past you all.
Yep.
Which you're all... gonna have to get my favorite thing up.
Tracking at 30 miles an hour being dragged by a spider. How much damage will it do?
Imagine you'd be going probably faster than 30 if it dragged you that fast.
That's on next year's exam. A car is traveling in a tunnel at 30 miles an hour. It encounters a giant spider 3 times its size that can shoot anti-magic webs. How fucked are the party? Use diagram.
How fucked is the party that's in the car?
Yeah, how fucked are the members inside the car?
I can see that being a question about elasticity.
How many spells
Actually, yeah.
do the characters have to burn to get out of this? Show you're working.
How dead is the centaur that can't see in the dark?
Alright, it is DC 14.
Hey!
So,
Is this a dex save?
Yes.
Alright, I should have rolled. My bad.
Oh no, you were in the car. It was us
Yeah,
as
you're
the
in
car
the car,
went
you're
past.
fine.
Oh, I'm
People
not fine.
in front of the car.
I'm
need to
rolling
get
to
out of the way.
dive. I'm rolling to dive out the car. Please.
That is fine. However, do be warned.
There's a 90.
If you roll low enough, you will fall into the chasm.
Really
I
wanted a
assumed
one.
it would that be. Natural one,
That's
dead.
really good. I'm rolling quite well.
Hey,
for dex
20.
saves.
Nice.
Trajectory.
So I dive out and immediately activate my... Yeah, I activate my boots and I fly sideways. I'm like, nope. Nope, out of that
Going
situation.
by how I've been rolling, I'm not going to try it.
That's fair.
You
Yeah.
can roll, you can
You
roll
also
to grab
can be
onto my ankle if you want. And
No,
just
I'm
leave
fine.
Gwent in the car.
No,
Strength check for the little goblin.
no,
Grab
the
you.
goblin's fine.
If Gwent or Fokyu would like to try and get out the car before the car is caught by the spider, you're more than welcome to also make a dexterity saving throw. However, do note that if you roll lower than a 10, you will reach the edge of the abyss and start to fall into it, to which you'll be prompted with another save. And if you fail that one, you will fall to your death for eternally.
Yes,
I
so
think
that
I'm
second
gonna
one
be
is
honest.
a death
I'm gonna be
save.
honest, Gwen. I don't think it's a good idea for the person who can't see and doesn't have like legs designed for climbing.
Yeah, because you
To
sure as hell not gonna
just
know
try
when you're
and leap
jumping.
out of a car into
Oh.
the abyss.
I'm gonna
He
stay in the
assumes.
car.
He
I'm,
assumes.
I'm doomed either way.
I think your odds are better in the car in this say, unfortunately.
But
The most
anyone
important
who-
thing is your healer is inside the car. Save me, save me.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
save
try
me.
my
Yeah.
best to save you.
Anyone who failed the DC 14 dexterity saving throw to get out of the way of the car receives 13 bludgeoning damage as the car whips you around in a spin and bludgeons you ever so slightly.
It's fine, assassin. You barely passed.
Yeah, I literally scraped.
I
Like-
Skin of their
failed.
tentacles.
I like
With
to
a
imagine-
destiny and a hero's inspiration, I failed.
With Alvina still like carrying you and having made it so successfully, that they easily sidestepped the car, but their backpack was so goddamn close to the car.
Like, I look out and just see the car get yeeted by out my little viewing window, and I'm like, what the fuck is
Like,
going
an
on out
inch
there?
in front of your face.
Yeah.
Chris, instead of jumping out of the car, can I do something?
Potentially, depending on what it is, because I'm also about to call for initiative.
Oh, I've
I
got-
just want to cast a spell.
Is it dispel the
Almost
car?
9.
What would you like to cast?
Daylight.
Ooh.
I've
On
seen
the
this
car.
movie.
On the car.
On a healing potion you happen to...
While
No,
it's
on a vial of,
over
on
the
a vial
abyss.
of acid you happen to have.
No.
What's the acid?
I don't have acid. I have a car.
Okay, so as you cast it on the car, and it erupts into light, you hear a high-pitched, for all intents and purposes, scream of this creature, as it seems to have sensitivity to daylight.
If fuck you sees Gwen diving out of the car, he's going to follow him as well. Then
I don't think Gwen's...
Oh, I'm not diving out. I'm
Look
inside
for
the
that
car.
one.
Well, the door's gone. I have plus 10 athletics. Can the door be gone? Could I have just dived out, ripped the door off?
But who knows? Yeah, maybe. But more importantly, Gwent, as you, I imagine you've done this as you're being quickly shot towards the spider, potentially not over the abyss just yet. Move him back so I can grab you too. I am going to need a car handling check.
Land vehicles.
I'm going to need a land vehicle check for a base of dexterity with proficiency, assuming you have proficiency in land vehicles.
I get double proficiency for the car.
Ooh.
Ooh.
But what would
Stand a good chance then.
Yeah. Unfortunately, all my dex is shocking.
As you are very quickly, you ignite it, but as you ignite it, you also notice that you are being dragged over the abyss, or about to be dragged over the abyss, and are going to need to make a very quick right turn.
And run
Yeah.
Fade over. And run.
Oh, damn.
It's plus
I mean,
8.
Oh.
it is +8, but I'm going to use my destiny
Yeah.
point to re-roll that, because that's awful.
It's better! It's a 14!
Yeah.
Oh, actually, it's a
14 's
15. It's a
better.
15, because you got plus 1.
I'm going to say it partially succeeded, as your car is now half on, half off the cliff, and is teetering left and right. As your car is beginning to move over the point of gravity where it would fall, Fukyu and Gwent, you can use your reaction to attempt to push yourself to the correct side
Yep.
and try to keep the car on the ledge. Would you like to
I
do
mean-
so, or would you like to do anything else?
The chaos part of fuck you wants to go to the side of the pit.
Understandable.
But the survival part...
Yeah, but the survival wants to move towards the edge.
Squashing all of myself into the corner next to the edge. Big horseman, shoved in the side.
All right, go ahead and give me a strength saving throw.
After these as well, man.
Don't forget these are advantage
Are they?
with my
they?
-1
Are they?
saves.
It's only
Oh,
wisdom
I'm
save.
Oh, it's only wisdom save.
It's fine, you got a 19! Double
Yeah, that's a 19 on a
nat 20!
Wow!
That is survival at its finest. That is the survival
Gosh,
instinct.
He
dang.
really is immortal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn it.
Not only do you successfully push yourself at the car, you somehow shunt it over back onto the ground.
Never underestimate the survival instincts of a goblin and a coward.
I think if you started a cult.
It's like when people
That
are
has nothing
known
to
to
do with
like
lip.
rip car doors
Yeah.
off to save someone.
I was thinking the mother
Um,
lifting a car off her baby.
Yeah, it's just
Oh,
Gwent's
all that
coward
adrenaline.
instinct.
Yeah,
And fuck you's immortal instinct.
Yeah.
yeah.
Two very same but opposite energies.
They get the same result, but from completely different angles.
Yeah.
But yes,
Oh, I'm
with
supposed to
that,
roll with
go
that?
ahead and roll me initiative as we get into the fight with the shattered asteroid spider.
Oh, actually, it wasn't advantage. Nice. I forgot I actually have set it to advantage. I've got double advantage on my initiative because hilarious.
Ooh.
Shame it doesn't give it me.
Holy shit, a 19. Oh my
Hey!
god.
But she got a good initiative once.
Yeah. It's mad.
I think a 21.
Can I
Hell yeah.
can I use my heroes thing on this?
Heroes.
It's an ability check, yeah, I think so.
I don't think initiative
initiative.
is.
Oh, wow, that is a lot.
Is that daylight?
Yeah.
Yeah. Daylight's big.
I will get rid of the dim light bit, so that's
Yeah.
bright light. Bright daylight is that.
It's fine. That actually means that Alvina can see this entire chasm perfectly because she doesn't have any downside for dim light on her entire vision. So.
Nice. Better pray the car doesn't get knocked over the edge then.
Yep. It's fine. I could see 60 feet normally. I could just see everything now.
Hey, Lou's got devil's sight.
I accidentally.
So you've gone blind.
Yeah.
I accidentally forgot to select my token
Ah.
again. Smiley face.
You got a 10.
Yeah.
Perfectly average.
Yeah.
If it helps, I selected the car and not myself.
Amazing.
The car is going at a 16
Yeah.
though.
Which I've just noticed is called the Quent.
Quentmobile!
I did wonder, but I thought,
Oh,
it's fine.
yeah.
I just didn't realise that until just now, yeah.
It is the
How long
Quentmobile.
has it been the Quentmobile?
There we go. The entire time is what I'm assuming.
It was the entire time. Ever since, like, episode 4.
Yeah.
When the car first made an appearance.
Honestly, the Quentmobile is actually really funny. It's
Yeah.
like a super fancy. It's like the Lambo version of the Quentmobile.
No, excuse me, it's the Quent Mobile.
Quentmobile.
Alright, now, do remember that there will be line of sight at play here, because, well, there's a 90-foot gradient in front of you, and surprise, surprise, you can't see it when it's at the top of a 90-foot gradient,
Why not?
because that's how all angles work.
Because there's a wall in the way.
What? You're fucking doing the math in my D&D?
How dare math be brought up into my role-playing game.
I know, right?
Yeah,
So
who would
you will
do
have
that?
to get to the top here of at least this space there, if you want to see it.
I can't believe it. You're making me break out my pocket retractor just to have a look at this.
Hey Gwen, I'm gonna need you to do
You
me a
make me
favor.
break out my pocket?
Gwen, I'm gonna need you to do me a favor.
Look, I may have forgotten the name for the thing.
Protractor.
But with
That's
that,
the word.
right, let's get into this. We should hopefully get at least one round in before we end it.
Oh
The
god, I'm
point,
first.
what would you like to do?
You got
Lose your
21.
I didn't realise I was first. Deploy Merida.
Hey, you're up next.
On the Hydra.
Yeah, deploy Merida in handheld mode. Realise he can't actually see anything. Prepare to shoot Merida when the opportunity arises.
Okay, so you're going to hold your action until you see it. Your
Yeah.
support goes live for next round, because you don't get them on the first round.
Actually,
Fade,
sorry, I'll change. Sorry, I'm going to deploy Merida in healing mode,
Ooh.
and I'll share what that is in a minute.
fair. Fade, it is your turn. Lou, you're up next. What would you like to do? Fade?
Nice. My bonus action, I'm going to whip round at this now flying. It's within 60 feet, or I'm going to fly to within 60 feet of it and activate my soul scan. It's tier 3, I believe.
So the base one was tier 3. This one is tier 4.
Eep. That means it's a CR 17 to 20.
Yay.
I am going to expend 1 anima point and see if it has any vulnerabilities.
Besides
I
that,
have an inkling that one of them might be radiant, since it
possibly.
hates light. But if I think that, can I try and shift if it has a second one, learn that one?
You learn that it has no vulnerabilities.
Balls. That's my bonus action. As my action, I am going to. Well, I can't really do that. And I need to know. Would I need to know? Because for Soul Barrage, I can target one creature and drain one resistance that the creature has.
You
If
would
I-
need to know it.
I'd need to know it has a resistance and which one that I was draining.
Yes. Yes,
Right.
because your power comes from knowledge.
Then I am good. That's a bonus action to do that thing.
Shoot
So as my action, I am going to. You watch as the rest of you are far enough away, but suddenly Fade rather, begins locking their hands and arms into all sorts of places, and suddenly the Windows logo flashes up in front of this creature, and I cast Hypnotic Pattern.
Interesting.
So it is a Wisdom save against Charm. So if it's immune to Charm, it succeeds.
Natural 1. Unless it's got advantage, in which case it passes.
It does not. It utilizes one of its legendary resistances.
Oh,
Hey, you
Silver
burned a legendary
guards.
resistance.
Hey, well done though.
Yeah.
yeah. Damn.
We'll
Okay.
take it.
That is-
We'll take a legendary resistance for a spell. That's worth it.
Sweet. And then seeing this, no doubt it's clocked that I cast a spell of that, like, because it's a little flashing Windows logo that's circular, the buffering sign. I'm gonna fly. No, I.
You just flew. You've already flown. Like you flew up 60 feet to see it.
You wouldn't have to go up the full 60 because you're already part way up, but you would have to fly up 30 feet and 10 feet forward. So you've used up 40% of your movement. I believe you either have 50 or 60.
So you can move 20
I'll
feet.
fly back. I'll fly back in R20.
Yeah.
Lugrim, it is your turn. The Gwentmobile is up next.
Right, so I can't just fire a spell straight at it, can I?
No, I can't
Not
see
one
it.
that requires line of sight. Which is
Ooh,
pretty much all of them.
I don't think it does.
Pretty much all of them.
Nearly everything does. It's very rare, does it not?
Don't
Within
sorcerers have
range.
something?
Technically, you can fireball at the ceiling if you want.
Yeah, you
If
can
see the ceiling.
No,
area.
it's not fireball. It's Tasha's mind whip.
Yeah, my whip definitely requires light of sight.
Yeah.
Any targeting spell generally requires it. But you can position and move yourself and dash if you'd like to, since the first part of this fight will be probably getting into position.
Yes, in that case I'll do that.
Where would you like to dash? You see that there is also a ledge or a ramp kind of running up the far right wall as well that you could go, or you can go up the central one that obviously has the two pits either side. Go ahead and move
I'll
your character
go
on
to
your map.
the right.
Also, Gregor, since you're riding Gregor can like spider climb basically as well. Remember, so
Oh,
If
okay.
you want to continue with that.
which is a shame that we don't get our support rounds on the first. Otherwise, I'd move Susie and Gregor up and then move.
I mean, if you're using Gregor as a man, you can use its movement.
It's got
Yeah,
the same
I'm fine with
movement speed as a player. They're not particularly fast.
So
Right.
you dash up to
Yes,
60. That should put you about over there. All right, is that your turn, Lou?
Yeah, just casting.
Still don't think you're in range.
No, remember you also
Yeah,
have
I've
to
got
dash if you want to get there.
Yeah, I have spell sniper and it's 90 foot.
You can't see it because it's an angle, essentially.
Oh, okay.
It's at the top of a
Yeah,
hill,
yeah.
basically.
You have to get up to here in order to see it.
Okay, that's
it's
fair
up,
enough
it's up
then.
on a
Yeah.
platform. And also, it's also at the back end of that platform, so its height won't matter. If it was at the ledge, you might be able to see it, but because it's so far back, its height is negating that difference.
That's fine, I'll just do positioning.
That's fine. So you dash over there. Gwentmobile, it was your turn. Alvina, you're up next.
I'm going to run up to here. Not that far. I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon just in front of it. And then I'm going to run away.
Oh, there's one thing I really wish you could do, but I don't think you're quite fast enough. Run to
What is
Susie.
that?
Run to Susie. Grab Alvina. Put Alvina on ledge and run back. That you're quite fast enough, unfortunately.
Not that fast.
Yeah.
So 23 to hit.
Ooh, 23 does hit.
Hey, thank fuck.
So 9 force damage. First blood.
First blood. It's immune to force damage.
It takes it.
Hey.
Yep. And I'm just running back there. That's all I'm doing.
Okay. I'm not going to have its reaction go off just yet. We'll keep that for after its turn, because, you know, you guys essentially incapacitated or, like, stunned it with the light. I'll let it not act until its turn. Alvina, it is your turn.
Okay. Well, Alvina is going to run. I don't think she's going to dash, though.
Foku, you're up next.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Alvina's going to run up to here, which is not a dash. Because I think I'm going to use my action for something. I can't see it from here, right?
You cannot.
Hmm.
Need to be just a little bit closer.
Yeah.
Put little boundary lines.
Yeah. Do I wanna dash? It's not a terrible idea. My rage will end if I just dash up to the top and then rage and it immediately ends. Would be kind of annoying.
Unless you like, slap yourself.
No, yeah, I'll just dash. Honestly, I'll get within reasonable range of it. Just to about here. So I will just dash up to here and brace myself, essentially. I will not rage yet, though, because it'll just immediately end, because I don't have the skill for it yet.
That is fair.
It shouldn't immediately end. Once you, it would be your next turn if nothing happens. It would end.
If you've not taken damage this turn.
No, on the turn that you activate it, it will last your next turn.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to go like.
Oh yeah, since your last turn. Yeah, I'll rage them. Yeah, since your last turn. So yeah. Albion's gonna rage. Gonna get angry.
Yeah, it's designed. It's designed in such a way so that if you did take a level 1 spellcaster, you can cast a spell, then rage, and then attack on your next turn.
I never play barbarian casters, so.
It's more so just so you can position yourself.
Yeah, I always get stuck in immediately, usually, with barbarians. It's not actually come up before.
Yeah, generally, because it also means it gives you time to attack as well.
Yeah.
If you have to dash up to someone and rage, it also gives you time to then attack on your next turn. Because otherwise it's kind of shitty for.
I was thinking, it's like.
If you want to be like large raging at someone.
Yeah, there's like I think it's half of the elk totem gives you like an extra 10-foot turn you rage.
Elk just gives you raging more movement. Yeah.
We can discuss that.
Fuck you is your turn. What would you like to do? It is the creature's turn up next.
Yep. So fuck you is going to run up. Oh, let me get onto the right thing. Run up to the ledge. That's my 30 foot to there. And I should be able to see it now, yeah?
Yes. You have passed the green line.
Cool. So I am going to cast my favourite spell at the moment. Storm Sphere.
Hell yes!
So right on top of it.
Love Storm Sphere.
Okay.
So
let's have a look.
You need to make a strength save, I believe.
Strength save, yep.
Yep. Or take
23.
Oof.
It's pretty strong.
Yeah. So I don't believe you take any bludgeoning on that. Because it's an all or nothing for the bludgeoning.
Yeah.
But then I'm going to bonus action lightning bolt you.
Oh, it's lightning. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So,
roll some lightning damage.
It's a little tornado.
Mm-hmm. So ignore the 2d6 on this. So ignore the bludgeoning. So that's 22 to hit and 13 lightning.
13 lightning. It hits. It takes the 13 lightning.
Cool. And that's my movement, action, bonus action. That's as much as I can do.
Alrighty then. 10-foot radius. Interesting.
Oh, actually, I just realised I should have had advantage because it's in the sphere. Let me just roll another d20.
Just in case you crit, yeah.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised at how many of that times it actually comes up.
Nearly. It tilted on the 20.
Oh.
But yeah, 22.
Okay. It is going to crawl along the wall, and is going to, as it is its turn. Let's see here. Gets 30 over there. Really wants to get rid of this light card because it hates the light.
Out of curiosity, how high is it up the wall at the moment?
It will go 30 feet up.
Okay.
It'll crawl at an angle so I can get a good vantage. The entire cavern is 240 tall. This level comes up to 90, so there's quite an expanse above you. What's that, like 150 above you?
Yeah.
And it is going to finish what it started, and it is going to target the car, which I believe there is currently nobody in.
No one in, but it might hit Fade if it pulls it towards it.
To be fair, Fade was in the sky about 30 feet.
Ah, right.
It
However,
depends
it's
what
harder.
the spider does.
The creature is intelligent. Isn't very intelligent. It could work basic projectiles, so it just wants to get the car out of the way, but it's gonna thingy two things at once. So, Fade, go ahead and give me a dexterity save as suddenly a shoot of web shoots past you as it has risen up to your level, hooked the car underneath, and has actually pulled it towards itself with you in the trajectory.
Holy shit, I've actually found a stat block for a cart. Does that count for anything?
Well, Zormir's got a cart.
James did say that they had to run away at quarter past, but...
Yeah, no, that's fine. No, they're here. 20... I don't know if they have to run away, then we'll wrap up at the end of this round. 21, you manage to successfully fly out of the way of the car, but the car is yeeted over, and then he disconnects his web, so the car falls down and lands... let's see here.
Land in the
The
web.
webbing. Stuck in the webbing. Can't be moved.
What's the thing? The spider can control the webbing. So they are going to make the webbing ethereal.
Right, it can do that. Good to know.
Oh.
Good to know it can do that.
Yeah, that's handy.
As the car drops into the abyss, as you see just the echo of light slowly fading away as the car continues to drop and drop and drop and drop
Hey Gwen,
until it's gone.
Yes.
can you do that again?
Yes.
Cast it on me.
No.
Well,
No.
it's now dark.
No.
It can't
No.
lie in the dark.
Now, it can make 2 strand attacks. So, looking around, let's see who is the most annoying to it.
I'm
It
glowing.
finds Fade.
Oh, yay. I was going to say, I'm kind of glowing. But, yeah, I'm okay
As
with
it
Fade.
is going to make a web strand attack against Fade for a
You kill
30
another one
hit.
of my.
I
You
think
kill
it
another
did.
one of my characters.
Don't
maybe.
worry, it only takes one. You only take 1 damage.
You take
A
0
30.
damage. 30 to hit. You gotta do something about that 30 to hit, buddy.
I'm just gonna look up.
Would the 17 hit you?
The 17 wouldn't hit me.
Okay, I'm going to silvery barbs him.
Ah, I was gonna do that. Yeah.
Ooh, a silverly barred him.
Yeah.
Yep.
That gives them
So-
disadvantage.
But
Disadvantage.
essentially, yeah.
And then gives another person
Advantage on the next attack roll,
Yeah.
ability check, or saving throw within a minute.
Yep.
Cool.
So I'm.
So the 17 misses.
Yep. I'm gonna give Fade the advantage as well.
Oh, nice.
I've got a question, by the way, Chris.
He
The
is-
web strands stats that it says, are those actually legitimate?
For what? It's
The web
for the
stats.
actual stat block? I don't think it. I don't think the base stat block has it. No.
Because the web actually has stats and it tells us the stats on the thing. Are those accurate?
Oh. No,
Like,
it
they're
shouldn't
vulnerable
be.
to fire.
Interesting.
I mean, why would you try and poison a web? Is my question.
It's an animate object. He has to give it you like that.
Yeah.
It's a. That's not invulnerable. That's what I was asking.
Yeah.
But might be the difference between like a shot, like one shot one, and an actual proper web.
Well, I was assuming it
Yeah.
was like copy pasted from a ordinary like giant spider, which that looks about right.
Yeah.
No, it's like from the astral spider, that is what it says in its web strand attack.
Okay.
Interesting. It must because it has a snare ability that makes them immune. So I think that's just for the ships then.
Fair enough.
Good news. The people ones apparently isn't immune. They are more temporary.
Yay! Yay! That's and Alvina at least.
Only his bonus action is permanent.
I'll take it. It's
Oh, no.
so the dragon was very confused. Sometimes they're not invulnerable.
I think it makes sense because
Yeah.
the vehicle is a gimmick you want to lock down
Yeah.
because that's part of the thing of the monster. But it would be shitty if humans could get out of it or noise could get out of it.
What is required to
yeah.
get rid of this? A level 3 spell minimum.
That's a good catch. I didn't notice that.
Yay.
It's too busy. It's because when I automatically read its vehicle snaring one when you guys
Yeah.
were in the car.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's vulnerable to fire.
Fireworks on the webs. Also
Fireworks
everything
on
else.
the webs.
Also most other things do as well, but fire's really good.
I mean, Psyche doesn't. That's a lot of fuck you's attacks.
But yes, the creature is distracted by Fukyu and is not able to do its second strand attack. It still can technically make a bite attack if it gets close to you, but does it want to get close to you? Not really. I probably just want to use the rest of its movement to continue away.
Bastard, get back here.
It went
Eat
30
me!
up.
No,
you know what?
don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the remaining 30 movement here to continue climbing up the wall, so it's up 60 feet.
Son of a bitch.
So the spider is now 60 feet up the wall and is going. You can tell what sort of battle this is gonna be.
Yeah.
So that is the creature's turn. That was its multi-attack action. Fade was saved from having its head eaten. Assassin, it's your turn. With the
Yeah.
Zoldyar up next.
Oh shit, Assassin, were you in the
Yeah.
bag? I've just realised.
Yeah, this is why I'm
Oh right!
not
I just
to get
realised I
eaten.
didn't even think to move
That's why
you.
Assassin was like, no, don't come this
No.
way.
No, just assassin being like, when you get eaten, you're gonna drop the bag, right? You're gonna
Right.
drop the bag, right?
Point said there was an eject button, right? Whoever built it, I
No.
don't remember who built it.
I built
Oh.
it.
I thought it was
There
you.
are buttons. There are buttons. There aren't eject buttons.
Oh.
Oh,
Eject
no.
assassin out of the fish tank button. Not a thing? Oh,
How is it looking?
fine.
The spider, fine, absolutely great, barely dead.
It has taken 9 damage.
Okay.
Even a guard
No,
should be fine.
I did a third chunk of damage to it.
Oh yeah, you did Storm Spear. I forgot about the Storm Spear. Apologies.
So that would be, what, about 30, 31?
It's about
Yes,
31.
practically the
32
tier
damage
4
taken.
monster has more than 30 hit points.
I assumed.
It's probably got at least
40.
4 times that. Yeah.
At least 31.
Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking of doing summon Shadow Spawn, but at the same time, I'd actually have to look up my options for that. So, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna assume that I do that and come back to me, and if I don't do that, I'll let you know.
Guess
That is
who's
fair.
looking up Shadow
There you
Spawn?
Yep.
Small. There we
Ooh,
go.
despair would be cool.
That is fair. You'll do that. Zormir, it is your turn.
Oh, and I'll bonus action summon a tentacle. So, but regardless, I'm definitely doing that. It's just the Shadow Spawn I need to look up.
Fear or despair would be my thoughts on it because they both seem good.
And remember, it is 60 feet up.
Yeah.
That's noteworthy annoying.
Mm.
Zombie
Damn,
tells
Zormir.
this thing to fly.
Yep, fly across there. Oh, also I know exactly where it is. Because I've been monitoring where it's going with that.
Oh yeah, it's not invisible or stealth for me. I'm just saying it's 60 feet up.
Yeah. And I'm mirror imaged right now.
Are you? Fucking hell.
Yeah. I sat still while
Yeah.
she were doing things.
I saw it come up.
Do remember that if you're using your golem to dash or anything, you still have to use your dash action to make it.
Oh,
move.
that was movement of fly. It's got 60 feet fly.
Oh, nice.
Pretty quick.
Right.
So yeah,
And-
it's just carrying this Iron Man cow creature.
Iron Cow.
Iron cow.
I am Iron Cow.
Down,
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 moo. Moo, 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 moo.
And-
Also, don't forget that the cliff you're going to is also about 80 feet up, so you also have to count movement for going higher too.
Hmm.
So it's not just a flat terrain.
Right. It's still within 100 feet of me for that lightning bolt to scorch across up at.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, barely.
It's
All right.
dex save
Okay.
18.
12.
Oh,
It's not good at
nice.
it's not good at Dex.
Ooh, 29 damage.
Dynamol's good.
He takes it.
Come on, try and get me. I'm trying to taunt
Ooh.
it towards me.
Stop
There's
trying
like
to hit me and hit me.
So there's like 60 damage.
It's gonna have a lot of health. It's not count
Yeah.
yet. Let's not count
it's
yet.
It's a tier 4. So, yeah.
We
it's
fought
probably got
we fought tier 4s
yeah.
before. It took a lot.
All right, Zormir, is that your turn? I moved you back just a little bit to account for the fact you only had 60 flying.
And I taunt the damn thing to try and get it to go for me, considering I'm the one who's blurry imaged now.
And immune to damage.
Yep.
Also, I'd be very careful because currently, flying above endless crevasse,
Yeah.
golem explodes if you take 45 damage.
I'm trying to get it to target me.
I know, but it will hit you. The golem takes the damage instead of you. Golem explodes, you fall into pit and die.
Mirror image as a.
He has to attack 3 times before you
There's
die.
less of a chance it will happen, but
Yeah.
But Zormir, is that your turn?
Yeah.
Tempting fate.
Yeah.
Assassin, would you like to do your turn?
So, your options, since the thing can't fly, so that's probably a bad idea. What I can instead do is just cast fly on someone. So,
There's someone eagerly waiting to fly at.
just the gasp of Alvina of just being like, I'm imagining assassins going for a bunch of scrolls and just being like, so I could summon a hell demon from beyond the realm of our understanding, or I could just cast fly on you and just Alvina be like, fly,
Fly,
please,
fly.
please.
I can just see
I just be
Assassin
being
with
like-
like small pair of glasses on the.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, yeah. I
Looking
just
at
being
these
like,
scrolls. I could cast
Why-
that, but let's see what else I've got.
Why
It's like,
go
oh,
for
fly.
hell? Why go for hell demons beyond our understanding when I've got a homegrown one right
Yeah,
here?
we've got a plenty
Uh,
understandable demon right here.
Mum,
So, yeah.
can we get hellborn demons? No, we have hellborn demons.
We have
at home.
them at home.
We have one at home.
So yeah, I'll boop Alvina and yeah, you
Yeah.
fly now.
Alvina.
And I'll also
You fly now.
you fly now. Does anybody want a tentacle?
Me.
Yeah, but you're flying. And
Well,
the
so we can
tentacles
have a
can't.
Oh,
I don't think.
probably
I don't
not.
think you can. Yeah, I'm presuming not. I feel like that's not a thing that tentacles can
I thought you were
do.
just offering to give people tentacles. Like, I'm
Um,
down.
Like,
Uh,
get your tentacles here.
Yeah, I mean, you could latch it onto Alvina's back.
Does it work like that? I don't know.
It does not
just
work like that.
Why not?
So-
And it can just slap. You can twist fate with your destiny point and make it do that. And then it can just slap round whenever.
Yeah,
it
grab
tries to
Alvina's
damage
just
it.
got a
Big
giant,
slap the spider.
giant astral tentacle coming out of her back. It's like, this is fine.
It just
Normal
slaps
day at work.
anything. Slaps anything that tries to attack Alvina as well. No.
No, absolutely not. But yeah, that's. Does anybody want it on their space to basically stay in the spot?
not really.
Well, you can't really.
No,
Maybe-
intending
What's
on
the-
getting that close.
What's the
What's the range
distance?
of it? Yeah.
I can do it. Let me see.
It's got reach, essentially.
It's got a good reach, but it can only move about 20 feet every turn. 30 feet, actually.
That's
Um,
hard.
So
Can you
I'd love
summon
it
it
to
from-
It's a spiritual
be
weapon.
interposing on me. Before you go, I'd love it to be interposing on me. attacking me.
It's within 60 feet. Is actually the range. So how far are y'all? Y'all.
You're here.
Yeah, you can
Oh.
get everyone in the southern section up to
Okay. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it. I'll do a little pointy because that means I can probably get
You could
Gwen
right
and
next-
Fade
where?
at the same time. How do I do the pointy boy? The one where I hold down and it pings.
Oh, it's just it's
Isn't it
on.
like shift.
No, it's just the click one. You just have
Yeah,
it.
it's just
Yeah, so make sure you're on click mode.
Oh.
Is that
Alright.
it? Is that me clicking?
Which
No.
color are you?
Everybody is.
Everyone's clicking.
Which color are you? You're light
Everyone-
blue. You're
I'm
light blue.
light blue. Yeah, I'm clicking, but it's not doing anything.
Are you
Click
are
and
on the
hold.
cursor, right?
Hold down left
you got
mouse
to click
button.
and hold.
Yeah.
I like that this is just.
There you are.
teaching-
That one.
There
That one
we
was you.
go.
That one was you.
There we go. There is just enough to get both of y'all. So they're just gonna chill in that space. To react to shit.
Is it classed as large?
No,
I don't think it is.
No.
But
Yeah, that's just my drawing skills.
it's just a
Oh.
picture. It doesn't have a stat block for reference.
it's just perspective. It's just perspective. It looks
It
super
does.
big, and then you get close to it, and it's actually much smaller.
All right, is that you?
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap up with me killing 2 of the players then.
Hell yeah.
Oh no.
Bye, Fade. Bye, Tom.
Fade.
As a reaction, on technically after Zormir's turn, the spider is going to, for flavor, move a little bit forward. I'll move it back. It's not really moving forward, or it doesn't need the extra distance. It's already close enough.
Okay.
But I like the idea that it kind of just like, technically also can't move forward because it's on a wall. But I just like the idea like it cranes forward. It cranes forward, looking at Zormir, who has drawn its attention, and Fade, who is very close by Zormir.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna anti-magic field you both and just kill you.
It is going to screech out as almost for visual effect, you see like a small line of sonic sound pulsing
nice.
towards you.
Still medium though.
As in the center, in between the 2 of you, the noise explodes in a sudden loud ringing. As I need you both to make me a Constitution saving throw. From thunder damage. That doesn't
Thunder,
actually-
Thunder damage.
Fade's left though.
Yeah, Fade's gone.
Fade's been gone every like couple of seconds though.
Yeah, so you'll need to roll.
I think they said they're actually proper gone now.
Yeah.
Fair. Well, we'll see if they die later.
One sec. Well, I was going to say, I think, do we have access to Fade's character sheet, anybody?
No.
No.
It should be on roll 20.
Yeah, but I don't think it has any
Yeah,
of
they
the stuff
should
on
do
it.
They have proficiency with Constitution save, so I'm going to assume they save. Given that I rolled a 15.
Oh, I do have access to it.
Wait, why doesn't this thing have a damn save on it?
Oh!
14.
Ignore that! I just was checking if I could. That was actually
alright.
that was actually Fade's character sheet one though.
I need to double check what the hell its save is.
Yeah, that was a. Can I actually activate this? Yes, it turns out I can activate Fade's character sheet. So good to know. I don't even know if that value is actually appropriate. Is the thing. So.
I mean, it's actually a bad roll.
Alright, I'm going to make it 18 because that seems to be what a lot of his other abilities are.
Okay.
So yes, Fate definitely made the 18. Zormir, is that a base 12? You would also get a +2 if you are proficient with it.
Yeah, I'm proficient in.
That brings that to a 14. Would you like to do anything before I murder you all?
I also have Flash of Genius.
It's a DC 18. You need an extra 4.
4?
Mighty Genius is puts your intelligence on, which is +5, right? Or 4?
Oh, I actually
Plus
haven't
3.
used my thing today. Have my reroll. Do a reroll. See if it helps.
Yay!
Reroll.
Yeah.
Your destiny point.
Destiny point, that's the word.
Yeah, to fair, you're gonna get one next session anyway, so you might as well use that instead
Yeah,
of Fast
Yeah,
Genius.
have mine.
You can always use Fast Genius if you fail again.
Natural 20!
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Hey!
Assassin's
Unfortunately, you
good.
still
Worth it.
take 18 thunder damage for half.
It's fine, he's immune to it. The spirit takes it instead. The golem takes it instead.
I also need your golem to give me a con save.
Okay.
Oh.
Also, no, this one isn't resistant, so the golem would take 18, but it's also taking its own damage. So if it fails this con save, the combined damage of Zormir and the golem will drop it to 0.
Oh.
Damage
If it
resistance.
succeeds,
Uh,
it will just about survive.
I'm gonna cast Careful Spell. I can spend 1 sorcery point to allow up to 5 creatures to automatically
your
succeed
spell.
in the saving throw of a spell you
Oh,
cast.
it's gonna be a doof.
That would have been really
idea,
cool if
though.
it worked like that, but unfortunately it doesn't.
Con save.
Yeah, I was
This-
trying to find it. That's
Golem.
what took me so long.
Golem's con
Alright.
save.
I must admit, I do really like the fact that the sorcerers get a whoops, sorry for
Sorry,
the
guys.
fireball point.
Oh, it's even
However-
better when you're playing the Pyromancer.
Lou, have you used your destiny point yet?
Ooh,
It's
I
fine, it
That's
don't
cool.
passed.
think so.
It's fine, it passed.
Never mind. We'll come back to you in the
Yeah.
next round. You eventually get to cast a spell, so I can do your green effect on it.
Ooh, badass.
But the
I was
thing
gonna try and cast the spell on my next turn.
Yes, but we're gonna end after this next bit.
Yeah.
By the way, your golem is down to 9 hit points.
That's why I left mine back there.
I
So
mean,
I left me
I'll
back
double
there.
check because I might have used it earlier on at the beginning.
Don't worry about it. It's not relevant anymore. They succeeded. With that, it goes to the lair action, which, as the call of its shattering echo permeates through the cave, these two effects are unrelated, but it's cooler if I put them together.
Hell yeah.
You hear the scuttering noise around you. As Assassin, since you only got to do half the session, would you like to do me the honor and roll me a d6? Oh, not a d6. Roll me a d4.
Oh, but see, D6
No.
ads is going to be a problem.
No, I don't want to roll you.
Don't, Assassin, don't worry.
What if I don't roll it? Does nothing bad happen?
Assassin,
No, I max out the number.
yeah, Assassin, don't
Shit.
worry. You're going
That's
to be
bad.
very soon flying. And scuttling
Yeah.
means they probably don't fly.
That's fair. So
So you'll
D4,
be
you
fine.
say?
A d4.
Get a 1.
Yep.
Bollocks.
Oh,
You shouldn't have done anything. It would have been the same result either way.
It's 4 minus whatever they rolled, right?
It's 4 plus 2.
Oh, God.
6. Oh, damn.
I was going D6, that's a problem. Happens to be 6 anyway. Fuck.
Yeah, but that would be the lower end. It
So
was a D6.
It's fine. It wouldn't.
So
As crawling out of the web, out of the dense center of the web, seemingly being conjured from the web itself, 6 swarms of tiny, shattered asteroid spiders crawl towards the party.
God, eggs.
Okay, not fuck you. Point. There's smaller ones. I'm keeping one of these.
And that's where we're going to end the session for today, having fought the first round against the shattered asteroid spider.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing. Tune in next week to find out if our players survive the shattered asteroid spider, or if it will consume them. It has already yeeted their car and exploded 2 of the party's members.
Nearly
See what
killed,
happens next
nearly just insta-killed Zombie.
Nah. I'm fine.
I'm just putting that there just so I remember that I'm concentrating on the storm sphere.
Put an icon on yourself. That's what I always do as well.
Ah, fair.
I mean, it's still good to have it written that, but put.
Oh yeah, I should probably also say concentrating on fly.
Yeah, I've got a mark on Alvina that says flying. And we're in combat, so of course I'm raging.
But thank you very much. That'll be us for the night. Good night, goodbye. Have a good weekend. See you next time.
Yeah.
Boy.
Bye.
Out of my end.
Okay. So, on my end, thank you again for Chris for running this one. This was hilarious. I love the model. Wherever you found that thing is gorgeous.
It's on roll 20.
Is that standard roll 20? I've got to look through it again. But yes, that's all we got time for today. I'll be back on Monday. We'll be playing more Shadows of War, which apparently still is going to have frame drop issues, so sorry about that again. Yeah, I'm not doing anything this weekend for streaming, so hope to see you guys again on Monday. Thank you very much for watching. Have a fantastic evening. Everyone, keep playing video games. Keep being awesome. You guys are the best on Twitch. I'll see you guys around soon. Good night!
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.